The opinions you're about to hear on this show are strictly those of the panel.
Today's digital landscape with the spread of false information can lead to dangerous outcomes. It's crucial for everyone to think critically and verify sources and reflect on the impact of what they share. Let's promote responsible communication to ensure that truth prevails and actions remain rooted in reality.
The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Hello, hello.
Well, let's leave then.
Welcome to the Friday Night Shit Show. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Hope we can entertain you a little bit. But I want to say thank you to Ruben and Bruce for joining me tonight.
Hello.
So, I told Ruben I would let him go first tonight.
Of course you would.
He wants to share some information.
Well, I'm looking for it now. I'm looking for it because I'm getting inundated. So let's vamp a little bit here. But anyway, no. What happened to me? This I have it now. I'll share this now. What happened to me was just very bizarre. And let me go ahead and share this. Hopefully, you can share the screen window.
Yeah.
Nope, not that one, idiot. Brave Town. That one. Now, do you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Bringing it up.
Let me make it bigger right here. Tell me when you can see the whole screen. Okay, let's do
There
it
you go.
there. Okay, so I'm here in Illinois, Elgin, Illinois, and I've been doing my publishing of my book. So I'm basically putting my things on an X, Substack, whatever. Then I say, let's do Instagram and Facebook. So I go on Facebook, and then it pops up that ICE is here. Let's stop them. In one of the Facebook pages for Elgin, online, everyone, and then they all start sharing. Let's stop ICE. Let's do this. So then I basically said, I basically put down here. This. Let me go right here. This is what I put down. I went here. Let me go up a little bit. Right here. I'm basically telling them that wait, hold on, that ICE is going to come, and they come out and they started killing me. Look at this. Only a hypocrite ignorant people care about him being Charlie Kirk, and they're threatening me with. And I put back information here, to send it to them. But essentially, I went ahead and said, here's what I basically said up here. They're ICE agents are in Elgin. The presence is there. And they're coming after me now. They're threatening me. They said Charlie and God are waiting for you since you love him so much. They actually said that to me on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's just like I'm going, okay. And then I just went off. And then I find out going through the timeline, who is doing it. And it is actually, look at this. Your mom should have swallowed you piece of shit. They tell me that. Okay.
No, I read some of this earlier.
Okay, now look. So guys, look. This guy is now saying your mom should have swallowed you piece of shit.
So if I go on your.
So what did I respond back? Here's my response. Okay, I responded, "Puppets the devil," but I put that my response was here. Thank you. You're so nice. And then you got a few people. But my response is down here. Where the hell did it go? Oh my God, where's my response? It was so classic. Right here. Let me click it. Is it this?
Yeah, it must be under there. There it is.
Yeah. Oh shit. Ooh. Oh no, don't tell me they're showing. Not gonna show it. What the fuck? Wait, where'd it go? I know it was so perfect.
Yeah, I know. You just keep going. Look under I think it's right up there. Go up one more. Go up one more underneath the original one. Right there. See the two? Right there. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Now.
Yeah, I said, well, your mom did swallow you last night. So then my response to this one, your mom should have swallowed you, you piece of shit, was, well, your mom did swallow you last night, ha ha ha. And they came after me, and and then they're saying, oh, there's this racist here. And going, no, I'm not a racist dude. I am not. So essentially so I've been getting it, but what I've also been doing is I decided to do something different. I can stop this now. Let me go ahead. Where am I going to stop sharing? So what I'm actually doing now, which is interesting here. Now, here's what's so weird. If you remember last time I mentioned that I mentioned that Claude was saying I was delusional.
Yeah.
So last week, everybody, if you don't remember, I was putting out a eulogy for Charlie Kirk, and then basically saying we should not, we have to respond back. So I was going through and getting things edited. So I went through to fact check some things, and immediately the Claude AI was telling me, no, Charlie Kirk is still alive, and telling me that if you need to, are you everything okay? You're trying to think that he's dead. What's going on here? So I'm going, no. And then I went ahead and challenged it, sent it to Claude AI, and then they apologized. And then ironically, again today, they said the same thing. He's still alive. So they haven't fixed anything. They haven't fixed anything. But the point being here is that, and last week, here's what happened to me. They actually, X actually put a hold on me because they said I was a bot. You're sending too many articles with links. Sorry, any replies with links embedded in them. Don't do that. You can't do that.
Oh man.
That's
Ruben,
on Facebook.
Go back to your big thread post you did here. I'm my own authority. There's a new response of the response. There you go, bud.
Wait, can you see anything or no? You can't see anything.
We already put it down.
Okay, let me share it. Well, you said to share it again, Bruce. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, share it.
Okay.
So he can show you the new thing that's on there.
I mean, I'm just kind of firing back at the faggot that was already like, you type too much. All right, you look like a dedicated individual that.
Oh,
you type too much.
Oh, right here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh.
And I gave him a little bit of a ass kick.
Wait, I don't see anything. I don't see a response. There's one response there. Well, how do I see that response? I click this.
Hold on.
Let me see.
Yep. You got to click on Armando C.
Yeah, I go through this all the time.
Okay. LOL. Okay. LOL. You type too much and nobody cares. Well, okay. And then what did you say, Bruce? Wait, no.
You care. You should say you care because he's responding. So he must care. Yeah. Right?
You look like a type of dedicated man who loves to turn Three Musketeers bar upside down. What? What the fuck?
So those veins can be
They're just jealous people.
He likes to feel the veins on the chocolate bar. He likes to feel the veins on the chocolate bar.
I have no idea. I have no idea what he's saying.
I know. I wish I didn't either.
It's like, how do I see what you said? I don't know. You could probably share it. I don't know.
Yeah, he can share it with you. It's like
yeah. That's fine. That's fine. But the point being here is, I'm doing my thing now. Now, here's going back to what I was saying. I was doing all these links with posts because then someone would say a post, like some idiot from the New York Times, someone big would say something, and I directly respond back with a .@ and reply back. They complained, and they said, "Well, you think we're a bot? You're going after people." No, I am not going after them. I'm basically putting in there the links, right? So you know what I did? Yeah. In my book, there's a character who can break the fourth wall. So what I decided to do was I decided to say, okay, let's take that character and I put him into the AI, and then I'm basically communicating to create the AI to be the character replying back to these people. But specifically, when it comes to a link, then he changes and says, okay, stop it right now. Now, so-and-so, the person, now pull up your computer and pull a keyboard out. Now use your fingers and type this out and put this prompt in, and you could basically being that dumb. So then basically every point they said, I stop and say, okay, let's have a sense of reality. What? Oh yeah. Thank you. Well, I've been in it. I've been out of the hospital right now, so sadly. Anyway, but I'm still. But the thing is, here's the thing. Everything I'm doing now, and you see on my list, yes, I'm putting out everything out there now. I'm writing over 50 books. I've written a novel. The latest novel I wrote a novel in 24 hours. It's easy. I don't want it's to me. It's easy to write a novel. It's so simple. Because nonfiction is very hard because you have to get it peer reviewed. Doing it. I've done documentation my entire life. When it comes to fiction, there are no rules in fiction. You know, so basically, before Charlie Kirk passed away, I wrote this Halloween book, Dark Mary, right? And I thought it was to be all about this and all that.
Share the link.
I'll do that right now. Let me do that. But it was like just so bizarre that, you know, here I'll just say this because everything is right now. Let me do this. This is the best way to do it. Let me do this. This is easier. Copy link. Okay, this is where you guys gotta go, and you can share this, Janet. I'll just get away. Okay. So let me click it to you. Private chat, and you can share it. You can show it, and you go through it, and then I'll show you everything. It's there.
Okay.
That way it's easier for everybody. So basically what I'm doing, I'm revamping everything. My LinkedIn, my Substack, everything. I'm getting a link tree and all that stuff. Because I'm basically, my job is now to write policy, do things, and doing it in a fun way. Think of me as a modern Mark Twain. You got to make it bigger than probably. Yeah, that's it. You just zoom in.
How do I zoom in? Sorry.
Roll and wheel up with your tongue. Okay. Or with your mouse.
And scroll and go up with my
wheel up.
Oh.
Wheel up.
There you go.
Yay! I learned something.
Go further. Go farther.
More?
Wait.
Okay.
More. Go more in. There you go. Okay. So basically,
look how professional he looks. It's a great photo.
So basically, what the lattice of becoming is basically my theory of the existence of the universe. I already have a new theory, and it's totally different. I won't explain it here, but I can explain it very simply. The simple explanation is that we are in a black hole, and that's why we have time dilation. We only move in one direction. Imagine an egg, and then the shell is the outer boundary of the observable universe. The colostrum in the egg is the holographic substructure, and our observable universe is the yolk. Now, here's the funny part. If you look at the egg and hold it, you're looking at a black hole and you're looking at the event horizon. So that's the whole idea. Every black hole you see is a universe. That's the truth. And that's basically it. And it's already, I have a math for it. I'm working on it and be publishing my books in over the next 2 years. So here, going down, you have this right here. The Unbowed Republic is a collection I wrote in dedication of 3 people: Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, and Irina Zorova, the girl who got killed. You click that. Well, that's a prologue. That tells you what it's about. And if you scroll down, one more, the actual Unbowed Republic is this. And you click that. You just click it.
Oh, you want me to click on it?
If you just click it, yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking to the people to do it.
No. So, if you just and then this basically is the entire book, and it's a book of poetry written in different styles. You scroll down, and I can just very briefly tell people about it. It's very fast. It's this, and it's basically it's a 4-part piece of work, and it's all that's listed here. Scroll down, please.
I am.
And there's the dedication.
Nice.
And here are the works. There are 4 works. And look what I'm going there. Mar-a-Lago, American Tyranny, a Beat Howell in the style of, of Ginsburg, American Howl, and my own style, giving respect to them. And the last part is a Whitman ode, The Wasteland Republic. So it's all 4 works, and I basically cover all of the tyranny. I have a poem on the Battle of Athens that occurred in 1946. A lot of different things. So it tells you here, I am submitting this to the 250th anniversary. This is free. This is for people to use to do poems, songs, whatever. I gave this to Adam Crickler last week. Porter Black Garrett has this now, and a bunch of other people have it. I want them to use this and read this. Okay, and that's one of the books. If you hit X on top, real quick, and you scroll. Oh shit! Go back to my thing. Go back one thing, probably.
This way.
Or click again. Yeah, and then go back one more up.
One more this way. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, now you go scroll down. And there's my okay, gotta go log in. But anyway, I have my link there. My link there, and all my books are there. So log in there, create an account. They're all free right now. I'm not charging anything. And I got a book out there for Halloween. I brought a book over a day, and it's actually a book that it's a book based on a poem. I wrote a poem about 2007, and it was my hardest poem ever. The poem took 2 days to write. Usually they take 5 minutes. So this one, because this one was a double rhymes centina. It's a poem that it has 12 different poems, and actually 12 different rhymes, and it's actually on my YouTube page. Sir Talks a Lot actually did a video of it, an audio recording of it about 5 years ago for me. So this is in the but I hadn't thought about doing anything else, so I decided to do something a study on grief, and it's called Black Algebra. Then I did the last book I did, which is I think my favorite one. It's called Philip Released, and it is actually, and this is where it gets kind of weird. I showed it on my screen, or I'll show you what I did, but it's all there, and it's a lovely thing. So go out there, get it see it out there. And if you go to my X account, all the books I'm writing are out there right now. So it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books.
Well, awesome. I think it's great.
Yeah, and the spoiler alert. Remember, who knows the original purpose or the subversive purpose of the Wizard of Oz? Does anybody out there know?
Wasn't anti bank?
Yes. Yeah. So my book, Philip Released, is a anti-government, anti-regulation, anti-bureaucracy thing, because it's actually based on the following. Philip Drew, Administrator, a book that was written back in 1912 that Woodrow Wilson used to destroy America. So basically, it's the plot of my story is the character. I have a special character that goes out there and does mischief. He's a trickster, and throughout books. So all these books get changed around. And I basically decided to I gave the guy a last name that is also a meta reference. His last name is MacGuffin.
Boo!
I know. So his moniker is RCH MacGuffins. He's a hit. I put the S there. So no, it's not there, but it's not really there. And he literally does crazy shit. And in the book, when I was writing the book, I was laughing, and then I started crying, and then it's a bittersweet ending. So that's why it's just it's metafiction. It is time bending. It's everything. So it's hilarious.
Well,
but again, and I love this kind of. But here's the weird thing. All of the books, funny, serious, horror, comedy, are all related to the Lattice of Becoming, because what I'm doing also is to be like Mr. Wizard, or 3-2-1 Contact. I'm taking science and making it funny, so you can tell a story that like time slippage, time delay, causality. I have something called Schrodinger's pin, or it's there, it's not there. It's just weird shit. And and then of course it's just stuff. It's weird stuff, but it's fun. And the thing is that I'm happy that I'm writing this stuff, doing this stuff, and it's getting it out there. But go out there and and the thing is that I'm going to write more stuff. And if you go back to my X page, I list in there every single thing I'm writing, and it's literally about 50 books simultaneously.
Well, I hope you don't burn yourself out, but
I'm having fun.
I'm glad that you're having a good time, and I'm thankful for that.
Well,
But
I finally found someone I can talk to at an intellectual level in all the AIs. I actually have a council of AIs. I have Claude, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Manus, and I basically communicate with all of them to do research for me.
Yeah,
do
here,
this, do that. What are you thinking?
Mikey says maybe you should have called your book It's Weird Shit.
Well, yeah. Well, here's what I did. Here's a rendering. Shit, you can't do it. That's a rendering from Philip released. If you can make it bigger or no, how do you do that?
I don't know.
My face.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Let me how do I do that, Bruce? How do I make him bigger?
Scroll up while holding down the control button.
No, him bigger. How do I make him bigger? Like this? Yeah. I figured it out.
Yeah, yes, you're all right. I put myself as a character, and essentially he's the one walking around like it's like Tuck Everlasting. It's weird. It's like, he's a man at a time. Imagine me going back to 1930s and telling them they're all crazy, or telling them that the World War II is going to happen and they don't even know. So that's how weird it all is.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
Go back in time and carry JP Morgan Chase onto the Titanic and be like, "You're stuck now, fucker." And let's see what type of better world we get out of that.
Oh, great. Six Nations King says 3, 2, 1, 3, contact. That's not right?
I remember that theme song.
Come on. But again, it's kind of funny. I remember, I don't know why, it's like the greatest gift I ever received was I was 8 years old and I got the World Book Encyclopedias and the dictionaries. I mean, literally like 20 to 30 books. And that stayed with me all the way up until I left home, because with World Book, what they did every year is they added a supplemental. So it was always updated. And what I loved about it, they had 2 updates. They had the book, and it also had a lexicon of new words that were created. So I was learning new words. I was going back and looking at old words. So that's why I like using old words, because old words have meaning and that the people have lost, it's just fun stuff. But that's what I'm just like, and again, just thinking about it makes me happier. I'm not as depressed. Or sorry, not as
I can tell.
Weak.
You look like you did the first few times that you and I got to talk, and we hung out for like 2 hours after each of the shows. we just stayed there and just gabbed our heads off.
I know, because again, and what I'm doing now, like I said, I went after H.C. McGuffins, went after AOC, went after ABC, NBC, CBS, Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Kimmel, all of them. And I'm just basically just pretending I'm him and basically doing weird shit and just having fun, because it's hilarious.
I gotta ask you, what does H.C. McGuffin think of Candace Owens?
Candace Owens is she basically she's a black Jew. She just wants money. But here's the thing. Are they involved? Of course they are, but they didn't do it. That's the thing. There is a trans death cult out there, and it is funded by everybody that doesn't love us. And it's Israel. It's everybody. Everyone's against us, because again, the largest slave class in the world is the American citizen. It's always been that. You are in a jail and you're happy because you're just fat and happy, and you're just taking it in the ass all the time, and you just say what's wrong and you continue to pay.
Yeah,
that's
because
when you have to wake up.
To it. You get used to being bent over, holding your ankles. It becomes,
and you have these, because again, you think about it this way: when in World War II, you had 18-year-olds being drafted. You had some 14, 16-year-olds wanting to go, and then they fought. But they were eager to go. You can't even get a fucking 26-year-old out of bed to get out and try and get a job. They go to get a job after graduating with their gender studies degree, and then they have to bring mommy along for interview, or when they basically have to have the next day when the Taylor Swift gets through and get engaged, they have to take a health day. Are you shitting me? We're creating the wakest.
We created these people.
Yes, because inaction.
And in starting in elementary school, when you give everybody a trophy just because they showed up, instead of making sure that they made the best grades and they had a perfect attendance or any of these other things, real reasons to give someone a trophy, they gave one to everyone. So no matter how shitty they did and how crappy they treated other people, they always won. So when you have that kind of wimped out people, that's what you end up with.
That's also important. Well, yeah, the pine cone. We all know about the pine cone in ancient mythology, right? That's why I utilize. You don't know about the pine cone?
No.
My God, chat. She doesn't know about the pine cones.
Oh, you have to.
Explain about the fucking pine cone, Ruben.
Is it? I thought that was a pineapple.
No, it's a pine cone.
No, I mean, I thought it was a pineapple that you shoved up your butt. Isn't that what you talk about all the time, Bruce?
No, Janet. No.
Jesus.
I'm trying to figure it out.
The pineapple that I signify a lot of people feel that it's a swinger's pine cone.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what because basically in the story, it is representative of the soul in the end of the story. There's a reason for it. But again, not the S.
Well,
Jesus,
I
what are you like Destiny? No,
I want to share something. It's already went because when I was going to bring it up, but this I wanted to share with everybody because I saw it earlier when it came across my timeline, and I was like, I want to share it with everybody. So I'm going to try to make it bigger, like you said, before I zoom. Okay. Oh my God, I can't believe I actually did something.
I
can't
believe it either.
Okay, here we go.
This is one of the reasons why I love streaming with Janet, because you have this little how when she does it right.
Okay, I want to share this with you guys. This is when Trump was over in England, okay, and he's with the Prime Minister. Did you guys see this interview? No. Just watch Trump's face while this wonderful, real reporter makes some comments and then talks to the Prime Minister with President Trump standing next to him. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I love this. This is phenomenal. This is what our president is doing for other countries. It's making them think about where are we and is this where we want to be? And I love that. Here we go.
Really interesting to see how you run the country as a proud Christian leader. And it really begs the question to the Prime Minister, if you don't mind, are we still a Christian country? We still have 12,000 people a year here being arrested for social media posts, for free speech violations. Does that not remain an important area that there is still a lot of disagreement on?
I'd like to have you answer that. Yeah, look, I mean, in terms of a Christian country, I was christened. So that is, my church has been all my life. And we are, that is wired into our informal constitution. Of course, we celebrate many other faiths as well. And I'm really proud that we're able to do so as a country. And on free speech, that has long lived in this country, free speech. It's one of the founding values of the United Kingdom, and we protect it jealously and fiercely, and always will. And we will bear down on any limits on free speech. I draw a limit between free speech and the speech of those that want to peddle paedophilia and suicide, social media to children.
Yeah, this guy just lies on his ass professionally.
I'm also for protecting children from things that will harm them, paedophiles.
I'm sorry. I just love that.
That's
the fact that when he totally ignored what she said. 1,200 people, over 1,200 people have been arrested because of something they posted on social media.
Yeah.
about the Islamic people in the streets and, praying 5 times a day and all that stuff. And then they get arrested for it and put in jail. And here he is saying, oh, I want to do this. And then he pushes it towards pedophilia. So he doesn't have to answer anything. He's a Democrat. He
Well,
acted just
they didn't know anything. They had that big Skek scandal, Jimmy Savile or something like that. Skek scandal, that got on the rug.
Disgusting.
I know, but
I
that's
want
what I'm
to share
saying.
that because
Again, it's we're living in pedal land, or actually my black hole universe, who could be inside hell.
Yeah.
I really feel like everybody needs a wood chipper in their backyard, because if you catch a pedophile, then you get a fertilized set of tomatoes.
Hey, you get a pedophile! Like, oh my god!
You get a pedophile! You get a pedophile! You get a pedophile! Pedophiles everywhere! And then, like, all you hear is just these people, these brawny men, just one pull of the fucking string, and that Vermeer fires up, that Husqvarna fires up, and you can just shove that 150 or 170 pound fucking Antifa troon, that fucking kid sniffer, right in the fucking chute, and you just see all that fertilizer come out the other side, and all the tomatoes and all the lettuce and all your onions. The potatoes are going to be fucking happy. Their fucking vegetables will be dancing around like it's sausage party in your kitchen when it's time to harvest this stuff. It's going to be so much wonderful. And you know what? Your kids are safe. Fuck yeah. America.
Well, here's the other thing that I thought you guys would like to see, because you got them always counteracting, saying that we are the ones that are bad, and how we're the ones that are Nazis, and we're the hate group, and we're the ones
without any reason.
Yeah, with no proof. Well, this Tom Elliott guy, this came across my timeline. It says Democrats, the party of speech codes and censorship. So I wanted to share this. I thought it was pretty good. This is my opening stuff to get you guys warmed up.
You shouldn't be banned from one platform and not others for providing misinformation out there.
There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
There are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda, and whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrent.
If people go to only one source, and the source they go to is sick and has an agenda, and they're putting out disinformation, our First Amendment stands as a major block. It's really hard to govern today.
This is a matter of corporate responsibility. Twitter should be held accountable and shut down that site. It is a matter of safety and corporate accountability.
The First Amendment is not absolute. It does not protect any single thing anyone says. And there are limits, and that's important. And what this committee has been trying to do for the last year and a half is to chill the federal government from monitoring what is going on social media.
When you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, it is very, very clearly incitement of violence. Very clearly incitement of violence. I believe that when it comes to broadcast television, like Fox News, these are subject to federal law, federal regulation in terms of what's allowed on air and what isn't.
So my biggest concern is that your view has the First Amendment hamstringing the government in significant ways.
Wow. What do you guys think of that?
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but see, they are saying all those things. They said all the different for years about us. And now we're trying to make it fair for all of us, not just us, the conservatives, but make it across the board where everyone is going to be held accountable. If you constantly say, follow them, don't let them have dinner with their families, don't let them get gas, don't let them go shopping without harassing them. What was her name who said that woman?
Did you see what happened the Senate did?
I don't know. The
Senate passed unanimously October 14th as Charlie Kirk's Remembrance Day.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I think it's great. But the thing is, everything they say, and they point the finger at us that we're doing, they're doing it. They're already doing it. Everything they do when they say that they're anti-fascist is fascist. Okay, people don't understand it. Go look up what a fascist is. It's disgusting. All of this rhetoric is disgusting, and they say I'm the one inciting violence. You know, when they were trying to tell me I deserve to die and not have medical care because I didn't want to get the jab, and that I should be in a camp because I'm putting other people at risk. And I'm like saying common sensely, if you got the jab and I didn't, aren't I the one that should be at risk, that I could die if I don't get the shot? So how can I make you sicker when you already got the shot? See, it made no sense at all. And they still do it. They're still doing it now, trying to make you and I the bad guy when we're not doing anything besides going to work and paying our damn bills. And then they take my money out of my check and go out and do this fucking shit. You know, it's just ridiculous, and just, it's sickening the fact that people believe these people. I can't believe there's a single person with any common sense that is still a Democrat. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's totally bizarre. But I'll get rid of that now. But I just wanted to share that with you because I just was, when I saw that, I was like, holy shit. That is all of them. That is basically all the shit that you hear on that side. It's they're always pointing the finger. And my mother used to always say, when you're pointing a finger, how many fingers are pointing back at you? And I was 3, and she said, that's right. So you stop trying to get other people to do something when you're doing the same thing. So I was like, okay, Mom.
And that's why I use a Hitler salute. What?
Yeah. Well, I just get so.
Janet, also,
wound
if you want
up
to
over
share, what I sent to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I put it in your DM.
Oh, it's in
You can
my
share
DMs.
that.
I'll have to go check it. It in a second. But let me let's see. Is this one the one? Let me see what was the next in line. Oh yeah, here's this undercover lady that went undercover. While that's playing, then I'll go get that. This woman, I think it was Jessie. Yeah, I think it's Jessie. I think it's this one. Oh my goodness. I think this is the one. Let me open it and see. Yeah. Oh no, this isn't it. Fuck. Sorry. Let me open another one. They're not in order anymore. I don't know how that happens. I put them in order and I make notes, and then I move things around a little bit on the end, or I added one video and it changed everything. So I don't know.
On your tabs?
Yeah, on my tabs.
No, well, you open a window and have tabs there. You don't touch it then.
I know I'm not supposed to, but I did, and I messed it all up. And it was right before we went live because Bruce is trying to share a cartoon video with me.
And you never watched it, so instead,
it's still up there. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it after the stream's over.
I mean, it is copyright free, so if you want to share it with the friends, Gunship loves it when you do that.
Well, I will do that at the end of the show then, about us and our show on Sunday. Okay, it says the speech, free speech. I'm trying to find the right one. Which one is it? Oh, yeah. Went undercover. Okay, that one's the one I'm trying to find. Just give me 1 second. I think this is it. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay, this is Jesse Waters. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay. Dr. Carolyn B. went undercover with Antifa, and she says it's a military operation the way they run it. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Have you guys seen it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, here we go.
Karlin Borisenko is an undercover investigative journalist for Decode the Left who's infiltrated these terror cells. Karlin, tell me about how these people train. They look pretty militaristic.
Yeah, absolutely. They do have sessions where they bring in people with military experience. Anti-war is a very big thing for Antifa, so they do hand-to-hand combat trainings. I was just undercover with them in New York City over the weekend, where they had a whole self-defense class where they were teaching people how to violently, confront the police, but also defend themselves if they needed to be put in that position.
And why do they always get out of jail so quickly? You see all these people get popped, they get bailed right out, and charges never stick. How is that?
Well, Antifa actually, they train people on how to get arrested. And it's interesting with far left subcultures because they actually volunteer to get arrested and go through this type of training where they are provided legal support, they are provided lawyers, they are provided all of this stuff with mutual aid. And so as soon as they get arrested, Antifa basically goes down to the jail and they bail them out and they are all set up with a lawyer and ready to go.
Okay.
That's a RICO case right there.
I go. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. All these people are talking about we need to take people down. We need to do this. We need to do that. And I've always said, well, we need to stop the money. And we follow the money and find out who's paying for it. Maybe we can take out some of those people. Because we already shut down with Doge. We got rid of USAID and a couple other NGO programs and stuff that were wasting our money that we didn't vote on. But they took it and got Congress to vote. So it's legal, right? The thing is, the whole thing about taking out Soros that I've been talking about, this is one of the ways, okay? Who is bailing out all these people that are causing crimes, burning cars, burning businesses, doing all this different stuff for years, right? For the last 5 years or so that we know of. And if they can track the money and they find out, bingo, Soros is paying for it, we can take them to court, right? We should be able to if we have it proof that he's the one that's paying for it. He's the one that's hiring all these people to cause mayhem in our cities and our towns. So if we have that, there you go. That's why we have to be patient and let things unfold, because this is evidence. This is proof that these things happen and who is paying the bills. Because if I went and I hired someone to kill someone or take someone out, I would be arrested for that. Even though I didn't kill them, I paid someone else to do it. So basically, we have people that are paying these people, hiring them to go out and cause chaos for whatever reason, which we haven't figured out all of it. It's just chaos to cause people not to want to go vote because they're afraid to go out in the streets and whatever else, hurt the economy. I don't know what all the reasons are, but this right here is one link in the chain leading to pulling in someone. And everybody says, I want someone arrested. I want someone arrested constantly without giving them time to unfold it so that we can do it right and keep them in prison. Because if we arrest somebody big as George Soros and he gets off because some dumbass leaks something, it's over. Okay. So we have to do everything by the book and make sure it's done right. Or they're going to say it's a witch hunt. Trump's only doing it because he's wanting to be king. All that blah, blah, blah bullshit that I'm sick of hearing, because everybody wants something, but they don't want to put the effort in to make sure it sticks. They just want to pull out names and whack off while they read about it. I mean, it's just disgusting. And
I agree. Six Nations, the furries should be next. Actually, could we just bottle them up in the Bolsheviks? We get rid of the Bolsheviks. That's a giant segment of shitty people. You got furries, you got the fucking troons, you got the fucking the schlups, the Islamicists that hate white boy America. Just all those garbage fucking groups.
How far are they going to get if the money's cut off? Any of these groups, how are they going to stay going and bringing more people in with no money? When the money is cut off, it's going to stop. As soon as Doge went in and they started pulling the plug on all that money that was being wasted, how many riots did we see after certain things happened?
Not enough.
None, because they were almost completely gone because they don't have money. These people aren't running out to do it because they're dedicated and they feel like, oh, I gotta take something out. I gotta rip this building apart and I gotta do this, that, and the other, all because I'm pissed. They're not doing it just for that. They're doing it for money, cash.
That's it.
That's why they're doing it. And they're getting hired by these casting companies. Why do you keep seeing all these different things with Trump saying central casting and shit? That's because it's all connected. And when you can pay, or when you can prove that George Soros is paying these casting companies to find the people, to give them the paperwork and tell them to go out and bussing them there, doing all that, feeding them, bailing them out, training them, everything. we got proof, and that's what we need. And people need to just chill out and give this administration a little bit of time, at least till the end of the year. I mean, shit, they haven't even got our Congress hasn't even gotten all his judges and stuff in place yet, and it's almost what?
Yeah, they're really slowing things down for him as much as they can, because they can throw out the legal shit in there, and that's the thing.
There you go.
The congressmen, sorry, the senators that are the old crypt keeper type of people like Pelosi, Schumer, all that bullshit, Nader, all the crap, and their proteges, the younger ones, Sheila Jackson Lee, all that stuff, and then the young bucks are like retarded, full of shit and cum. It's like AOC and Jasmine Crockett and all that crap. They all are being funded by the dark money. They're puppets. Yeah. They're puppets.
And this here is
they are central casting. AOC is central casting.
Yeah. Well, this lady went undercover with these people, so she's documenting all this stuff, and now she's doing her exclusive with Jesse. So that who knows who paid her? It might have been our administration that we have right now to get as much as they could to back them when it's time to take somebody to court. So let's I'm going to finish.
So they plan all of this stuff out ahead of time, and they have the resources set up for people to be able to be taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously someone's paying for their legal representation. What is the core mission of Antifa? Is it anarchy? Are they anarchists?
Yeah, Antifa are anarchists. Their primary goal is the violent overthrow of the federal government. I cannot emphasize this enough. We've been hearing a lot of talk about civil war over the last couple years between Democrats and Republicans, red versus blue. I firmly believe that the real civil war we have coming is the radical revolutionary socialists and communists in Antifa versus the federal government. That is their goal. That is their only goal. And people need to start taking this problem very, very seriously.
100%. I'm going to share this link in the chat with everybody, because I'm telling you guys, this is what I said was going to happen. They're just like what happened. What was his name again? The young man that protected himself and almost went to prison.
Daniel.
No, Rittenhouse, right?
Yeah. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse. Okay.
I always forget his name. I don't know why, but all of that
you want to get rid of it?
Was funded by these people. I believe that people that funded all that shit that happened and almost got him killed or put in prison is the same people that back this shit. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I got a gut feeling about it. And I want to see some people pay for this shit. This cost us a lot of pain and suffering for many years. These riots and shit was waste of money, our taxes to rebuild and do all this shit in all these towns and cities that they destroyed. And then we have to bail them out. We have to bail out the states because, they need help or whatever. And on top of that, we have tornadoes and hurricanes and earthquakes. We have all these other problems where the money should go. And yet we're having to pay for this kind of shit and they're getting paid. They're getting paid to show up, do this shit, and then they get bailed out and like, good boy, good girl, thank you. Oh, yeah, woohoo. Get ready for the next one. That's bullshit. And I want to see some people pay for this stuff. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share that, because I do believe we're going to find out that certain people are paying this. And I think there's a few people here in our country, besides George Soros, that have been helping fund this bullshit. So that's one reason why I want to talk about that one. So, okay, I think this
I gotta say, like we just had celebrated George Soros's birthday, and I was really happy at the things that were happening as he turned 95, because he just turned over all of his holdings, all of his empire to his son Alex, who's just recently gotten married to Spinster
Aberdeen,
the Spinster chick,
yeah, Dima
Aberdeen, you're right.
Dima Aberdeen, yeah.
Dima Aberdeen, the spinster.
The one who was married to the wiener guy that was talking to young girls on his computer.
And Alex was just so good at fucking managing his daddy's portfolio. He's lost like 40% of the value so far since his daddy gave it to him. So
yeah, guess what? You know what that means? That means that money is not going to be as much of it spent on this stuff as daddy wanted, because he wants to keep it for himself. The greedier son that wants more stuff and prestige. Now that he's got a hot woman on his arm.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Are you lying?
Compared to what he looks like, he's moved way up in the world. But the thing is, he's gonna not want to share that money.
There was a really good photo.
Wheel on his own dad, so we'll see. But I want to share this one. This was following the George Soros thing that I just said I believe leans into us getting evidence against him. So this is the next thing. Okay. This is by Glenn Beck, and I really like Glenn Beck, and I thought this was a good video. So here we go. Unless you had something to say again.
No, I was just going to showcase probably like, oh, damn it. Let me see if I can find it. Go ahead.
Okay.
I want to go to Ryan Morrow. I talked to him earlier today because one of the things that we have to do is we have to stop the funding of all of these things that are on the left that we have honestly now started to find out. I mean, I've been exposing this stuff on chalkboards for years and years, almost 2 decades now, and how the George Soroses, et cetera, of the world are funding all of the worst of the worst. And Ryan has done his work and has really come up with some smoking guns, especially on George Soros. Donald Trump can use as RICO charges. And Ryan is here to lay this all out. What did you find, Ryan?
Well, we had some amazing findings according to George Soros's own files from his Open Society foundations. So myself, my colleagues at Capital Research Center, basically went through as many grants of his, as many funding streams as we could find. And here's the smoking guns that we believe that President Trump, if he's informed of it, can use to go after Soros's network of hate in various ways. We traced over $80 million going from the Open Society foundations to at least 54 groups engaged in crime and domestic terrorism on U.S. soil, or that are pro-terrorism, endorsing things like the October 7th attacks, or are associated with foreign terrorist organizations or explicitly pro-terror groups. And this is according to his own file, so it's rock solid. And over all of that amount, over 23 million went to at least 7 groups that are doing things that meet the FBI's definition of domestic terrorism, including rioting and things like that.
Can you be more specific than this?
Absolutely. I'm happy to. So the Center for Third World Organizing, for example, is an organization that has a hub that fused together several really extreme organizations. We found $400,000 going to them, and they openly boast of the fact that they threw down during the uprisings in Minnesota, obviously referring to the rioting, and boasting of how many thousands of people they helped train. A lot of these groups have created what they'll call like a protest guide or an activism toolkit, and it sounds innocuous. Then you open it up and you'll see support for Hamas in it, but then they'll sometimes slyly say, for more information, go to these hyperlinks. And you go to the hyperlinks, and there'll be guides recommending things like property destruction, violence, false IDs, how to obstruct justice, all of these things. And they know darn well what they're doing. They don't put that there by accident. Some of the more careful ones will just direct their readership to anarchist websites with all that material, knowing that they'll see it when it's there. And so, yeah, I mean, it's really stunning. And some of these groups are coalitions. So when I say 54 groups, just one of those might have 300 entities in that one. So it's actually, the real number is actually much higher.
Let me play something from October 2010, where I was talking about the RICO Act and George Soros. Listen to this.
This is the ABCs of revolution. This is only a copy of it. I only have a copy of it. I don't have the original yet. They talk about urban guerrilla tactics. The instant any area is occupied by revolutionaries, it must be appropriated forthwith according to 2 incontestable principles: self-defense and free distribution of the goods produced. The best way to avoid isolation is to attack. Thus, one must, with an eye to the internationalist direction, remember, workers of the world unite, create other nuclei for occupations and appropriations, strengthen and protect liaison between revolutionary zones, isolate the enemy and destroy communications, use commando tactics to harass and rear a guard and avoid encirclement by splitting up his forces. Disorganize the counter-revolution by rendering its principal leaders and the best strategists harmless. Do you have that one? Disorganize the counter-revolution by rendering its principal leaders and the best strategists harmless. How do they do that? Is the left threatening? Is that something that people who are in that position should worry about their lives? Or is that just render them harmless by, well, let's just see if I can come up with a crazy example. Here, some rich dude takes $1 million and does everything they can to smear and discredit. By the way, George, have you ever heard of the RICO statute? Anyway.
RICO. This is 2010, 15 years ago. I was saying George Soros should be grabbed by the RICO Act. Donald Trump looks like he's now willing to go there. And again, we're talking to Ryan Morrow, who says he has the goods on this. How long have you been working on this, Ryan?
Probably about a year.
And what got you started on this?
Well, I think it started when I released a report breaking down the anti-Israel protests that were going on. I saw that was like manufactured. It was like pushing a button. And we identified over 150 pro-terrorism groups organizing those protests. There weren't peaceful groups behind it. And so when that report came out, which is very similar to this one, this is almost somewhat of a sequel. One of the radical entities that's Hamas friendly had this to say about the research that we released. So the same would be true of the source report that we're about to release at 1 o'clock. It said that these reports we're doing pose an existential threat that could easily mean a quick death for most of the groups by getting their tax-exempt statuses ripped away from them. And so those that survive would suffer mass chaos. So they're saying that we have figured out how to beat them if we just get this into the right hands. And so at 1 o'clock, this is what we're dropping about George Soros as part of our investigation. And that's why I said on your show earlier, the counteroffensive begins today. It begins at 1 o'clock.
You know, it was probably 2010 that George Soros's number 2 guy met with my number 2 guy. And they had lunch in a public place because that's what we requested when they said we want to have lunch. And I was not part of it, but it was just the second in command, if you will, meeting with each other and sending messages. And this lunch started with, you need to tell your boss, me, is hurting my boss, Soros, and it's going to stop. And my guy said, I don't think it is. I mean, if he's getting something wrong, he'd be more than happy to correct it. And he said at the time, your boss needs to understand the ship has already sailed. It's just pulling out of port right now. And you're either on that ship or you're not. And you want to be on that ship. And he said, my boss is going to say he doesn't want to be on that ship. And at the very end of the conversation, he said, I want you to hear me clearly. This is going to stop. We took that as a very large threat. And that is one of the reasons why I did the Puppet Master show on Fox. I did a 3-day special showing everything about George Soros that we could find at the time. You realize who you're getting into war with, don't you?
I do, and I don't care. I know I'm supposed to do this. And so that ship that he was talking about, we're going to sink it. And all the other big billionaire funded organizations that are out there that are funding this type of filth, that are poisoning American civil society and spreading this type of hate that resulted in what happened a week ago, you're on notice. If you're doing this by mistake, I will volunteer my time to help you vet the organizations that you finance so you don't fund terrorism and hate if you're genuine.
Well,
if you're not genuine and you continue doing it, you're next.
Looking at your research, there's a handful of grants that are nuts for things like children that include ideas of hierarchy, supremacy, colonialism, and to the Alinsky Institute in France, which is in honor of Saul Alinsky, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's exactly right. When you go through the report, you'll see that the organizations that they're funding are so blatantly connected to foreign terrorist organizations, so blatantly extremist. This goes on year after year. So before, when there would be reports about this in drips and drabs, I could kind of understand some people saying, well, out of thousands of grants, maybe some mistakes are made. This is no mistake. We have disproven this. And I keep thinking about how when the Iranian regime allows pro-terrorism entities to fundraise on Iranian soil, what do we call that? We call that state sponsorship of terrorism. In the United States, when American nonprofits in the nonprofit sector allow pro-terror entities to fundraise on American soil, what do we call it? We call it charity. And so that has to come to an end. The IRS code, as we talk about in the report, is being violated. You're not allowed to engage in crime. You're not even allowed to encourage crime. That can't be part of your nonprofit mission. And so these statuses need to be revoked. And just like that one extremist group said, if we go down that path, we don't even have to get into the hate speech argument.
Yeah.
We can beat them. We can beat them rapidly.
Ryan, thank you so much. I really appreciate your conversation with us. Back on the Charlie Kirk Show in a minute.
The scary thought is young people or any people like what these two just did in this whole interview that they had, they're putting themselves at risk. When Charlie Kirk was sitting there, surrounded by thousands of people in that on that campus, he wasn't thinking that. He knew that someone might throw something at him or try to come in there. That's why he had security all around him. And you're hearing all these stupid stories about the guy in the back doing this with his hands and other things, because most people that hire security, they want to hire ex-military. And when a person, a Navy SEAL or a Ranger is out, they use hand signals to talk to each other without speaking. They don't have to have phone. They don't have to have a radio or anything to communicate, because they use hand signals. Tip of the hat, or scratch their chest, tap their arm, all that stuff. It all means something to each other, depending on what they set up for their team. And all I'm seeing is all these stupid videos coming out because everybody thinks that behind the keyboard, they know it all. They're smarter than anybody else. Look at what I found. Look at their hand signs. They wanted to kill him. It wasn't that guy over there. It was this person over here. Or look, there's a flash of light. Someone wasn't taking a picture. No, that wasn't it. It wasn't their cell phone going off. It wasn't none of that. It was a rifle. All this shit. They know everything because they can't help themselves but be to get those clicks or whatever it is that they're doing it for. The fact that I have seen community notes stating that that's a person on his team. They've been on his team since the beginning, and they're working with the FBI, blah, blah, blah. But they still post the same damn thing again and again and again, knowing it's lies. That's another thing I'm talking about. You can't arrest somebody for telling lies, okay, any more than you can arrest them for telling somebody you're fat or you're ugly or whatever. You can't arrest people for freedom of speech. The sad truth is that people read that, and without looking into it or any other things, they spread it with someone else and someone else and someone else and someone else and someone else. Now, this guy or multiple guys, all of them were there when one of their really close friends was killed, murdered. Okay. And now they got to see their face plastered all over the place. Look, he did it. He did it. They're all in on it. They killed him. How wonderful is that to wake up to every day? Just think about it. Your brother dies and everybody's pointing the finger at you. You killed your brother. You killed your brother. You killed your brother. 24/7. How disgusting that is. And that's what's sad to me. People are posting shit. They don't even know if it's real or not, but they don't give a shit because it's fun. Oh, click, 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 la, 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 la. It makes me sick to my stomach that these people are getting away with this shit. Not that I want them to be arrested, but the fact that nobody's speaking out. Hardly anybody. Oh, look at that dumbass. He's so full of shit.
Hold on. Whenever I speak out, you're like, we can't have that opinion. Bullshit.
No, I don't.
Bullshit.
I just said that
25 years ago was normal.
Putting everybody in a wood chipper. But yeah, today Bruce and I were talking about it. Read some of these community notes on some of these
Bolsheviks
people.
belong in a wood chipper.
That's right. But the thing is, it's up to us to try to make sure that we share factual, truthful information. When you share shit that isn't true and you didn't even look it up to find out if it's true, you're no different than CNN or MSNBC. When they're blatantly lying that the PP dossier is real, okay, and you find out it isn't, but you still tell people it's real, you are the same thing. You are doing exactly what they did to Trump all those years. But the facts are starting to come out, and that's what you should be sharing, the truth. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to share as much factual information as I can find so that you can make an informed decision instead of spouting out all this bullshit rhetoric that there's no facts behind it. Okay. I got an argument today with someone, I'm not going to say who it was or anything, about the person shooting the gun, that there's no way they could have been good enough to shoot that at that distance and shoot him in the neck. And I said, well, they didn't shoot him in the neck. They shot him below here. I don't know if they were aiming for his head or whatever, but they shot it and it hit his bulletproof vest and ricocheted off and nicked his neck. So they weren't as good a shot as you think they were. And I know 12-year-olds that can shoot a deer from a very long distance right in the eye.
No, that's just how it is, though. I mean, you grew up in the fucking South. You grew up in a rural environment. I mean, Wisconsin, of all states, has the most Medal of Honor recipients. Why? Because there's nothing to do but wait for deer season all fucking year long.
But they also said this. They said, I didn't see any pictures of him hunting or having guns. And I said, well, apparently you didn't like to even try to look, because him and his brothers and their dad loved guns. They went to all kinds of gun shows. They did all kinds of things with guns. So this guy knew what he was doing using a gun. Okay. I'm not a good shot with a rifle, but I'm pretty good with a pistol. I passed my advanced concealed carry because I practiced and I was ready to go. So spouting off rhetoric like that when you don't even know what you're talking about, without even giving these new people a chance to see what happens. It's not even gone to court yet. They're still investigating. So I don't know. It just drives me nuts to see people trying to act like they know more than the FBI. And they're like, well, this, that, and the other. And I said, yeah. And when they see those videos and you submit them, because they have websites, you can submit videos or whatever else. If you think they're making a mistake, submit it. Let them look at it. Guess what? They can put that in a machine or whatever, how they do it, computers, and say, oh, that's done with AI. That isn't even real. Because do you have that software? And they'll say no. And I said, well, there you go. Just because somebody posted on the internet, wow, that's real. That's the truth. You know, it just cracks me up. And I just think it's sad. And it's sad that so many people are willing to just believe anything just because it's in front of them on a keyboard, you know, on a computer or on their phone or on TikTok or wherever it's on.
Yeah, it took me 7 minutes to bing this. Come on.
So, okay, where is it? Oh, it's down here. Here we go. I'm going to bring it up. This, which one is it? Did you have something down there?
I had something. I canceled it.
Oh,
It was just
why?
a photo of Jasmine Crockett arm in arm with Alex Soros.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not trying to say which one makes for you men out there, which one makes you more attentive. Is there a certain one of these that you would rather be with? Because neither of these rate on my Peter meter. Okay, I swear to God, Jasmine Crockett and Huma Abedin both, like they're about 1/4 of the sexiness of like a wooden door. That's about it. And I can't get excited about wood. I'm sorry. I don't know why Alex Soros even tries to pretend he's straight. I mean, Huma Abedin, are you serious? You got the fucking 45-year-old spinster.
Well, maybe she's got something you just don't know about. Maybe she's good at certain things. And
she's probably got organizational skills, and they're going to blackmail people.
And we're probably never going to know. So that, you know, that's just something you have to live with. But here we go. This is the other thing I wanted to share that goes along with this. I think this is the right one. Let me hope it is. Yeah. All right. Listen to this.
It is not enough.
Right.
America's future that some participate and others don't.
We almost had 4 years of that shrill cunt voice.
Very blessing. No. And at this moment in time, our country needs us. And we need people like George Soros, who is fearless and willing to step up when it counts. So please join me in welcoming George Soros.
It is the first time that I feel
Pause it.
I need to.
Look at the bags on that fucker's face.
Mm-hmm.
That is the weight of sin right there.
Yep.
Wages of sin is death. Go ahead.
But see, it says this is when he entered the Democratic cause. And look who's touting him. Remember? She was on a parade float with, I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was. He was a senator, I guess. And he was the lead, the Ku Klux Klan leader for many years. I'm trying to remember what his name is. But, and he was a Democrat. So it's like, she says, he's my mentor. She looked up to him and all that stuff. And she was on TV saying it. So, you know, and the sad thing is that they've had many, many, many years to go through and scrub all of these videos to get rid of them. Just like Cash and Don Bacino said that they went in, there was bags sitting there by the furnace or whatever to be stuff to be burnt and destroyed. Bags and bags of stuff that they've been trying to go through. And it's like people just say, oh, well, it's time to move on. Let's go on to something new. This is old news. It's the same shit. Instead of saying, I've been putting up with this shit for the last 12, 14 years, and I want to see somebody's head roll. So they're trying to do that. They're trying to put together enough information and factual stuff to put people in court. We just watched the whole thing with P. Diddy, right? And I watched it. I watched as much of it as I could and absorbed and read and tried to get all the information I could. And I thought they had plenty of proof with the witnesses and what the cops had showing human trafficking. Okay. Because he did get prison time for the human trafficking stuff, but taking a person over the state line to another state, isn't that considered a bigger crime? Like could be in RICO stuff, but no, they said they didn't reach the bar, wasn't high enough for him to get into some of the other crimes that they did. So here we got a team of people right now, this administration that I feel is trying to loop this person and tie him down, even though he's an old geezer now. But the fact that we'll have it in our history books that this person went down and all that money that they had is going to go back wherever to pay people back for all the crime and all the bullshit. You know, I think it's great. And I hope that this happens, even though he's an old guy and he's about to kick the bucket. And if his son was involved in any of it, maybe we can get him on some stuff, but he won't have the money to be throwing around. Look at me. You know, he won't have it. They'll be bankrupt, I hope, because that's what they deserve, especially if they prove all the stuff that we just listened to some of it from that young man and his group of people that have been going through this stuff, getting all this evidence, and they submitted it. So what I'm saying is stuff is happening. Just because ABC, NBC, CBS, and all the other bullshit networks and The View and the rest of them aren't going, look at, oh my God, they're coming after us. They're fascists. They're Nazis, and they're gonna hang us from trees or whatever they're gonna say. Just because they aren't saying it doesn't mean anything's happening, because shit is happening. If you dig around, you can find out that they're trying to do something. They've saved a bunches of kids. They've arrested tons of people. They're sending people over the border. All of these different heads are making sure that their departments are doing stuff. And we have to just be a little more patient instead of standing there in front of the cookie jar going, I want a cookie right now. You know, and that's basically what I see, a bunches of grown-ups doing that shit, which is sad and pitiful, because it's taken almost 60 years or more to get us in this messed up disgusting swamp that we're in right now. And we got somebody right now that's trying to clean the swamp, but you can't expect them to snap their fingers. They don't have a magic wand to wave around and say, look, we got all this. It doesn't work that way. They have to weed out the bad people. They have to go through all the files and find out what's fake, what's real, what's been altered, blah, blah, blah. And it takes time. So I trust them for what Trump has went through for the 8 years. And now he's in here again. And enough people voted him in. Give him a chance. Give this team a chance to work. They are doing something. They are making a difference. And we just have to be patient. Sorry, I went on a rant again, but couldn't help myself. But
contribute to Janet's presidential campaign.
Do what?
You can contribute to Janet's presidential campaign.
No, I ain't running. Hell no. They couldn't pay me to be president. I would never do it. I wouldn't put myself through that. I wouldn't survive 2 days and I'd probably die of a stroke. So that's just the way it is. I'm definitely not running. But I would support someone else, whoever decides to run. But I just want to let this person try to do something. Let them try to unfold and clean up this mess and bring some people to justice. Now, just like I said, if something doesn't happen by the end of the year, I'm going to start losing faith, just like a lot of you guys have. But as of today, I'm still digging around and seeing little tidbits like this stuff coming out. I really believe something good's about to happen. And I'm trying to be patient. And I can't wait to have all these people saying, golly, I was wrong. I can't wait to hear that. I'm going to be so happy to see people hopefully apologize, because all those people that bashed Trump and was going for DeSantis, oh, he's the guy, he's the one, Trump's old, he's no good, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're all like sucking hind tit right now. And DeSantis would never be president because of what he did to Trump. And the people that love Trump will never forgive him. He was a backstabber, and he could have been vice president. That's how stupid he was, because greed became more important than the country. And I hope he gets what he deserves.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't his fault. It was actually his wife's fault, because she's a native of Bethel, Florida.
Well,
she wants to be first lady so bad. She masturbates to it. It's insane. Yeah, she just all she wants. It's her. It's not him. It's her.
Well,
but it's
him too. You can't tell me he doesn't have a penis.
No, he does. No, he does want it. But her itch for it is higher than his.
Well,
just saying.
Oh well, I think it's terrible. I mean, I love man, and I want a man to be a man. And I'll defend my man. I'll be there for my man. But if he wusses out and does shit like this, I don't know if I could stay with somebody that's that much of a pussy. He has to wear, lifts in his shoes, and he walks around and says, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, kissing ass. Nah, sorry, that's not attractive. I want a man to be a real man and be honest as much as he can and try to do the right thing. And I don't see that. And I didn't see that.
I'll shut up.
I mean, he's a good governor, and I know I got a lot of friends and relatives in Florida, and I traveled there a lot, and he's done a good job as governor, but he barely made it as governor. He almost lost to that guy that woke up the next morning in his own piss and vomit, remember, for the drug party. And if it hadn't been for Trump going there and giving him a boost, he probably wouldn't have won. So he owed his getting the governorship to Trump. So he should have been more respectful to Trump and not been such a dick to him. And then maybe his future would have been totally different. But that's what happens when your head gets giant and you think, I'm going to be a star. Look at me. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that bullshit. As soon as you do that, and real people see that, we don't put up with that shit. But it has worked for a few people. I mean, look at Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Obama's, it has worked for some, because I tried to stop people from voting for Obama. I was like, he's senator. And did you know? And these are people from that state where he was at in Illinois, and they were Catholic. Okay. And they were going, oh, I love him. He's so great. He's a wonderful man. And I said, do you know that in your state, he voted to let girls that are 13 and 14 years old get an abortion without even their parents even knowing about it? And she was like, no, that's not true. So I gave her the links and I said, go look at this. She was shocked. And I said, well, that's what happens when you get your head up someone's ass and you don't get fresh air anymore because you just believe everything they say, blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't believe everything Trump says, and I don't think Trump's perfect. But as of today, he's the best we've got that I can see out there. And he's bringing up a really good team that potentially could be president one day. And some of those people, and I've even heard other people say that about certain people in his administration. So we'll see how good they keep doing what they're doing, and maybe they'll get my vote. So go ahead, Bruce. You going to say something?
No, I was mainly saying that I'm not really looking for a lot of conspiracy theory on things. You know, I mean, there's some stuff that happened at the Charlie Kirk assassination that makes me wonder. There's stuff that we got to kind of uncover as to how Amazon, you know, how somebody was able to publish a book on the 9th of September about the Charlie Kirk assassination. I'd like to know more about that. We still need to keep focus on Irina, the young Ukrainian girl that we need to call out the people that would be responsible for her being just so casually disregarded by the media and everybody else, the government, the agenda. And we can't let them forget that. Like, you know, she actually supported a lot of far left causes.
Yeah,
but
she in one of the pictures that they posted from her phone and stuff, on the wall behind her while she's sitting on her bed, it said Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So she wasn't a right-wing freak. She was
Not
just a
only-
cute little blonde that got on a train with mostly black people. Okay. From the videos that I saw, it was mostly blacks. And I did see some whites here and there, but not one person until she fell over. And the guy was walking around with blood pouring off his hand, dripping all over the place. And they saw what was going on. They just sat there. They were too afraid of this guy to intervene and save a little tiny 90-something pound white blonde girl. And he said,
those melanin Americans.
I got that girl. I got that white girl.
He was misquoted. He actually was like, I got that non-melanin girl. I got the non-melanin girl, because that's what he meant. We're trying to interpret this for you. But I mean, we need to continue to push and make our voices heard, because North Carolina is still unsafe if you're a small blonde white girl. If you go on the train at night, you're taking your life in your own hands. There's a lot of people that are having things go on in their neighborhoods they're not happy with, and they need to have more than just a neighborhood watch. They need to have more than just, you know, thoughts and prayers. They need guns. They need to get ammo. They need to have good, solid people that are willing to stand up for things. That way there's not a young kid that gets the hell beat out of them or killed in their neighborhood. And that's something, you know, you have that.
Mm-hmm.
And we could turn back to God like we've been doing since Charlie Kirk's death. That the main thing that I've seen is the vigils, the people returning to churches. The churches are swelling with populations again. Hopefully we got good churches out there that can keep people's attention and not be infested by, you know, demonic influence.
Well, can I add something real quick to what you just said about the churches are filling up? Well, I talked to a few people, and it wasn't online. This was real people at a store in Arkansas. So this is, it's sad. And they were bitching about all these people worshiping Charlie Kirk, and they're wanting to start these churches and these groups at these high schools and at these church groups and in colleges, okay, to brainwash people into believing in a fake deity. So you got the left saying people that are cutting off their genitals in their breasts and and testicles, okay, that kind of thing is not insane. But a person that worships something that you can't see, you're nuts. See, to me, that doesn't make any sense at all. Anyone that would hack up a little kid or a young person and taking away their chance of ever being a parent in their lifetime on their own with their own genetic makeup that they were given at birth, is not something normal. That's just not normal. If a person wants to wear weird clothes or wigs and stuff like that, I do it. I love doing it. Every Sunday I do it. Does that mean that I'm that person? Does it mean that each week that I'm a vampire or I'm some other something from a movie that's who I really want to be? No, it doesn't. It's just an outfit I put on to portray something. And basically, it's the same thing a person with gender dysphoria is doing. They look in the mirror and they see something that doesn't belong there because in their mind, they believe they should be the opposite gender. It's a psychosis that you need a treatment for. But going and cutting off their genitals isn't going to fix it. They need mental evaluation and they need help that way through the mental capacity and whatever that doctor that they get, a good one. Not if you go into a doctor and they say, oh, let's just cut off your boobs and we'll take your ovaries out and we'll put a fake penis on you, or a real penis by cutting it off your leg, and everything will be great and you'll be happy as can be because you'll now be a man. I would say see ya and walk out, because that doesn't make any sense. That's Frankenstein shit. And what's sad is that a person actually told me that people worshiping a deity is worse. So we got a lot of things to work on in this country to repair the damage that's been done for generations, basically. Because we have people now that they have 3 sons and they dress them all in tutus and stuff and take them shopping. And to me, that's a mother problem. You know, a person that thinks they have 3 transgendered sons is not normal. That is not a normal mother to let them all be girls.
Megan, what's that girl's name? Megan Fox.
It's 2 or 3 of them. One of them was
Megan Fox, was like the first one that pops.
Charlize Theron's one of them too. So there's quite a few of them doing that. And to me, that's not normal to do that to your child. I mean, I liked boys' clothes, and I played with Tonka trucks and army men, and I would throw, I'd light firecrackers and throw them at them and then blow them up. And I did all that shit, but I'm still a girl. I still had to mature and go through the things that girls have to go through every month and all those things. Okay. My mother never once said, oh, you poor thing. You're trapped in a woman's body. Let's turn you into a boy. You know, my mother never did that. And I don't think if someone told her that they should let me do that, she would have said, hell no. You know, this is who she is. She was born this way and that's who she is. And she let me be me. And then as I got older, I was like, hey, I like fixing my hair and wearing makeup. It's kind of nice. So, you know, they didn't even let these poor people become grown-ups and get used to who they were, because they never found out who they were, because they were loaded with drugs and chopped up. They never had the chance. And that isn't a choice that a child would make because they didn't understand. They're kids. That's the problem we have. And we have a lot of work to fix that, tons of it. And I don't think we can help half of them, honestly, because some of them, once they've been mutilated so bad, they're going to have therapy for the rest of their life. But just think about it. You look like a woman on the outside, but then you have to go to your doctor to have your prostate checked. So you see what I mean? How messed up is that? You can't go to your gynecologist and have your prostate looked at. They don't deal with prostates. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, but I know I went off on another tangent, but I can't help it. I get so fired up about this shit.
I just shared a skit from News Radio 540 at iHeart.com.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an old throwback episode of Saturday Night Live where Phil Hartman and Bill Murray are got a doctor and a father, and the father's like bringing his wife in, Victoria Jackson. Oh, what is it? Please tell me it's a girl. And then Victoria Jackson's like, we have 6 other girls. He wants a boy. He's like, yes, I want a boy. I would love a boy. And then Phil Hartman's like, no, you're going to have a girl, and she will need a small surgery after birth. But yeah, it's a girl. And Nora Dunn's like, that's amazing. You've birthed like 4,000 girls in a row. Those are astronomical odds. And then Phil Hartman's like, well, sometimes the girls are born with testes and a penis. And it's one of the best videos that turn into...
Yeah, this came out long time ago, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. This is like 1990. when this came out, and now it's like the truth. Like, you have these lunatics who are like, you're really a little girl, even though you've got a dick that's making you a mandingo all the way down to your kneecaps, little boy. But we're gonna fix you. We're gonna take those testes right out of you. We're gonna make sure you have breasts, and you're gonna lactate every time you hear a baby crying, because that's what you need.
It's sad.
No!
Because they really did that. They really did do that shit. And see, it was funny. It was funny
hilarious.
when you got to see the episode, because in our minds, we couldn't comprehend that actually happening.
It was science. It wasn't even science fiction back then.
No, it was like, who would,
comedy.
only an idiot would think that that would be possible. But now we're living it. It's real life. It's happening to thousands and thousands of people around the world that have been chopped up and mutilated, like something that they would do in Auschwitz. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's scary and disgusting. And I don't know how come anybody would want to do that to somebody they say they love, or someone they carried in their body for 9 months, and you're taking them to get mutilated.
I met a lady once. She worked at HEB. She was the beer and wine girl, and she was a real pretty lady. But then you got to know her, and she started telling me about how, like, her boy wears nothing but dresses. He wants to be a girl, and this is something that he wants to do. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me, right? She's like, no, I'm totally serious. My son wants to be a girl. He hates the fact that he's got, he's expected to play football and all this. I'm like, I didn't want to play football when I was a tiny 6-year-old either. I wanted to fucking do fun things, like, not get hurt when I go outside.
Yeah.
just normal things, like, please, I'm a small kid. I know I'm going to get bullied. I don't want to get bullied anymore. I don't want to
my son came to me and said that to me, the first thing I would ask them was, have you been abused by someone? Has somebody ever put their hands on you and forced you to do things against your will? That would be the first thing to make me think that, because that was one of the interviews that I remember watching a long time ago. And I was really shocked, and it made me cry watching it. It was on Oprah Winfrey, and they had a couple kids on there that had been sexually assaulted. And the one little boy was saying that he's now a teenager at this time, but he was assaulted when he was young, younger for many years, over a certain amount of time. And that he felt that he was interested in boys now. And the thing is that the doctor that was on there was talking about, well, the first time he ever had, whatever you want to call it, ejaculation or whatever, as a young boy, it was because of a man. Okay. So because he liked it, he just assumed that he had to be gay because he was pleasured by another male, but it was against his will. And he's a young kid. You see what it does to the brain? And we're supposed to just assume that, all these people that are running around thinking that they're transgender, or that they're whatever it is. You need to go watch that movie, Sybil. I've told many people to do that. This young girl was tortured so bad. It's based on a real life story, that she became multiple personalities to defend herself from the abuse. And it's a mental disorder.
Well, wasn't that the same lady that was on Moonlighting?
No, it was Sally Field, the same woman that did the movie. She played Sybil. Yeah, she was Sybil. That's one of the movies I said I wanted on the list, because it's a heart-wrenching story, but it's like the other one I did about the mental illness one, about the guy that brings home that doll and says it's his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Mental breakdown. Okay. It's all about mental illness. And you know how I am about that. I'm very, I can't help it. I think people deserve to have the care they need to get them back to where they belong, because whatever happened to them, it changed their thought process. And I do believe that people can be helped through love and compassion and the right treatment by a good therapist, not some Dr. Mangala that wants to chop you up, play Frankenstein. That isn't a cure. That doesn't work. But I got another story right here. I wanted to.
3-hour and 7-minute movie. I just want you to know this.
I know that because it was a made for TV, and it was a couple nights.
It was a two-parter.
Yeah, So, but it's still good. It's still really good. If you've never seen it, it really will open your eyes to what some children have gone through and why when Trump gets his people to bring all these children back that have been passed around like a piece of meat, that they need real help. They need real medical help with psychotherapy to help them realize that it wasn't them, that it was the sick motherfucker that kidnapped them and abused them. It wasn't the child's fault. This was forced upon them. And once they realize that it was an act against them from a bad person, that the child didn't have any say in it, and they'll understand and they'll start realizing it wasn't their fault and they're not bad and they're not dirty and they're not disgusting. The person that did those things to them is the one that's bad, dirty, and disgusting. And that takes a lot of time and effort, and they deserve that because they didn't do anything besides be a kid, and be out playing or doing whatever kids do when they're taken. And then they're no longer a child because they're forced to do things that grown-ups are supposed to do, that kind of stuff. You know how I am about all that, but I'm sorry. But this right here, I thought was pretty interesting. It says that not only did the leaker, Adam Schiff, obtain 3,500 pages of phone records illegally, detailing individuals he spied on, but he also spied on members of the press and even on his own colleagues in Congress, selectively leaking information for his own treasonous political gain. So I wanted you guys to see this this whole thing right here. It's only like a minute long, but it's still, I think it's really good. Here we go.
But I'm very concerned about what the chairman has done, and that is, and I'll yield in a moment. But he selectively put in a report the names of members of the press, of members of Congress who he has had political disagreements with. He didn't put the names of everybody else in there. If he's got 3,500 pages of reports of phone records of people he's been spying on, he won't share all of those people that he's spying on, but he's selectively going to leak out names of members of the press who've written articles maybe that he disagrees with. That's frightening. That would be an abuse of power, but we don't know because the chairman won't share the details of what he's up to. But he did selectively put some of that in a report that wasn't even discussed in the hearings. And so, yes, it raises alarms, it raises concerns, and I would hope we get to the bottom of it.
Now, Steve,
but I'm very concerned about what the chairman.
This is the gentleman that was almost murdered. And the news just came out that the person that tried to kill him is a trans. So I don't know. I'm starting to see something.
If you have a friend, if you have a close associate that's on SSRIs, just make sure you wrap yourself in, some sort of like ballistic protection.
Just saying, it's getting kind of. Are you all right, Ruben?
He may be passed the fuck out.
Yeah, he might.
I'm right here. Well, you want to know what I'm doing?
Writing something else?
Yes.
Okay, I figured you were doing something because you were busy going at it. But do you have anything you want to add to what we were just talking about?
Oh no, it's funny because we're living in it's clown world officially. It's a shit show officially. Everything that's going on, it's funny. So I am just bleh. No, you want to know what my book's gonna be? I'm just gonna write right now. Imagine Matilda, but not Matilda. She's living in the world of Randy Weingarten in her warped mind of, teacher, we got to fight the fascists. So she's that lady is now the headmistress. So everything that she stands for is against Matilda. And then I come up, I show up as a shadow. And then I help her.
The shadow.
And the shadow communicates with her and helps her, and it's like a Charlie Chaplin character, but he serves a dual purpose. He helps her out, but he's also acting as the Chaplin character in the movie The Great Dictator. So it's cross-referencing everything. Another fantasy world bullshit, but it's fun. It's fun, Yeah, the shadow knows, and he's gonna do that. And you know what? Hardwick is gonna use that line too. It's a meta reference. The shadow will use the shadow references. He'll show up as a shadow. One aspect, he'll show up in the shadow aspect. Nothing's there, but he has the hat and everything on. He'll just show up and he'll just be doing weird shit. hey, might as well. You know what? At least Ruben's doing something wholesome. Yeah, that's the thing. But that's a thing now. That's the thing now I'm doing. The stories I'm writing, Philip released coming out Christmas time. It started off as a parody of being an administrator, but midway through I introduced a character that shows up like the Doctor Who companion, someone sexy and all that stuff, and there's a romance in there too, and so I threw romance in there too. But then I took the inspiration from the Little Mermaid, the original story, not the Disney slop, because there's a difference. Okay. The original story, it's about ascension. She's a mermaid, which is the sea. She becomes a land creature, and then she actually does die and becomes an ethereal creature. So it's about it's about the transitions of because if you don't take the original stories and know the real context, then there's a lesson. These stories were these grim fairy tales for kids. They had a meaning. They taught lessons. And if you basically take them and then Disneyfy and corporatize it, all that lesson's gone. And then that's why you have the kids we have today. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing what how'd you say it? Charlie Kirk went into the lion's den. I'm going to the literary den. These books I write, I'm not calling people out. It's like I'm doing what Wizard of Oz is. No names were revealed, but we all know who they are, and it's all our inside joke. But they can't sue me because I'm not mentioning their name, And I'm doing that on purpose because the only way that we can really, really fight this madness is be a little mad. So I basically, in my head, I said, okay, what would the Mad Hatter do? What would the Cheshire Cat show up and do? And I just make up characters, and I already laid out a outline for a 30-page novel. I'm just writing shit down. Remember Bruce Almighty movie or the video of like I'm doing that right now.
When he's sitting there typing and it's like really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like it's basically and the thing is I write music too. I write music. I'm a classical guy. If you look at it, go here. Everyone do the favor. Look up Charlie Kirk classical music. And for me, since I was a little kid, classical music is all I listen to. I listen to classical. I cannot stand rock and roll. It doesn't make any sense to me. Rock and roll doesn't make any sense. It's boring. It is freaking boring. It's boring. So I don't. But I appreciate it. It's essentially like when I'm growing up in Texas, we had what's called again the wrestling. They had the guys there's a famous team, the famous wrestling guy family. They made a movie about it recently. No, the wrestling family. The guy died.
I don't know.
The Four Brothers.
Yeah. They were in the South,
and it was a hard watch.
I know, but we grew up watching that. We knew the story, and we knew the person. I knew it was fake. And when I found out that this was happening, I felt like they were just as abused as the casting couch in Hollywood. So I don't like that type of entertainment where it's performative. They do things like that. The Iron Claw, yeah, and I don't like that stuff because again, it's exploitive. And again, we have to have empathy. Again, here I am doing it now because again, here's the one thing. I have to embody who I must be. In these dark times, you must embody the light. My name is Ruben Christopher. What does that mean? What does Ruben mean? Ruben means to behold. Christopher means Christ. Behold the Christ. You have to be like Christ. You have to be. That's what Charlie Kirk did. Mm-hmm. Okay? We saw a martyrdom. That hasn't happened in a very, very long time. And we saw it live. And we had some sick fuckers showing it to their students and saying, look at what happens to fascists. That is the devil talking. 100%. And we have to stop by. And again, that's why.
Have a job, do they? I remember seeing that person that was doing that. They don't still have a job, do they?
Yeah, he got lost. They got fired.
Oh, thank God. And but now all those kids are going to have
and Ruben means behold. Ruben means behold. Behold, yeah. So I have to follow. And again, Haynes is tainted theoretically because my father's mother abused him, and she was married 3 times. He was always abused, and he had to run away. So he became a seafarer. But the seafaring was for two reasons. One, because his stepfather, who beat him up, was a Navy guy, but he was at the sea. So my father loved the sea, and I could see in his eyes. We went on a Tiger cruise back in the 70s, or 79, around there. A Tiger cruise is when that we are allowed to go on the boat. We go from Hawaii to San Diego. It's like to be on the aircraft carrier for a Tiger cruise. You cannot understand how beautiful that is. It's just, but to see my father at that, he's a signalman, but to see him on the carrier out there looking into the great sea, and you saw his eyes, was like he was at peace. Because his soul was tortured, and he died not having his mother's love, and that was tragic. But I broke the cycle. I'm happy, and I'm doing incredible things now because we have to do it. Again, Here's the thing. It's the bottom line. There are no tomorrows. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. Charlie Kirk, and you see the videos of him going up to there. He's happy. That was their first stop of the new year to celebrate Trump back in office. We're going back to do it again. He's not going to say, "Oh, Trump's in office. Good, we're done." No, he didn't do that. He said, "Oh, Trump's back in office. Let's get going." But you know what they did? Because again, you know who it really is? There's out there. Erica Kirk is more conservative than Charlie. Hello. You just fucked up, dude. We're in the find out phase right now. And again, all this residual because the very old and the very young are corrupted. The very old, they had too much drugs, too much LSD, and they're burnouts from the hippie phase. And you see it, the Ben and Jerry's guys, and then all the people that are out there, they're just saying, we got to stop it. They're the same. They're caught in their same loop. Jane Fonda, all that. And the very young, because grandparents took advantage of them. You see these very young people. I have a friend of mine, I haven't talked in 5 years, and she called me crying when Charlie Kirk died for two reasons that it happened. Because she's not born again, but she's going back to church. Been for about a year after her divorce. Her 16-year-old son, who I knew up until he was around 10, and talked to him and basically spent days with him. I mean years with him, for 10 years straight. I saw him every day until the pandemic bullshit. She cried about Charlie Kirk, but she really got very upset and scared to fuck because she said her son said Charlie Kirk needed to die. And that was like, what the fuck? She couldn't believe it. She was like, so you got to remember, everybody out there, it's horrifically bad. You are going to have a Jim Jones situation happening. They will drink the Kool-Aid. It's going to happen. Because they are going to say, we are so scared that we need to drink the Kool-Aid. And there will be a day it will all happen. And then the media will blame Trump. It's going to be insane, but the culling has to happen. I'm seeing it in my DMs.
It's just
no. But I mean, a mass Kool-Aid party is going to happen.
Yeah, but the sad thing about that is, it's going to probably be other people that aren't drinking the Kool-Aid making the Kool-Aid for others, just like they did at Jim Jones.
Well, they're already doing that now. They're doing it now. Nancy Pelosi is a Kool-Aid maker. Jerry Nadler is a Kool-Aid maker. And AOC wants to be a Kool-Aid maker. That's the reason why. How in the fuck is a broke ass bartender now a multimillionaire? It's all fucking retarded. It's this is it. We're done. We're in again. That's why. Follow every single time there's a stupid ass X post from anybody and you say, fuck, Ruben should know about this. Send it to me and I'll respond back in my epic takedown satirical fucking manner. I've done it. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm starting an op-ed on Substack called HCR MacGuffin's Opines, basically. And it's all articles, just every single article doing it. And I go, like I said, the book I'm writing right now is going to be it's going to be why teachers hate fascists, or why fascists hate teachers, or whatever the bullshit is. I'm going to do a book, the exact opposite book. It's going to be a book. It's opposite. And again, every single book, article, I'm doing it. I do everything. I'm going to be Mark Twain, Albert Schweitzer, William F. Buckley, Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, Rush Limbaugh, everybody combined. I'm done. I'm done. And again, one last thing I'll say before I'll shut up. Charlie Kirk had grace, and I respect that man. I don't. I have no grace at all. I don't. Because again, they are fucking lying. You listen to what Jimmy Kimmel said. That's a lie, 100%. And then everyone says, "Oh, he didn't say anything. It's a joke." There were no jokes, and that's not a joke. And remember, idiots, free speech doesn't mean free from consequences.
That's right.
Again,
It doesn't.
I can speak out there, and of course, they're going to tell me that if you speak, then I can shoot you, which is that's their twisted mind. They believe that. So again, the adults of this world, not the United States, world, have to realize that this is wrong, and the elite are the villains. It's done. I'm done. Again, they're not authority. You saw what they're doing. They were arguing recently. Was it Byron Donalds and somebody else were arguing? It's toddlers. The Congress is run by it's toddlers. And who's the fault? Who's to blame? Me. I did. I accept responsibility. I said 2 years ago, I put a video on YouTube. You know what, everybody? It's my fault. I was born in 1968, so when I was responsible for MK assassination and all that stuff, I didn't do anything, but I was too tiny then. But when I got older, I just did other things. I was like Tom Bombadil. I didn't care, and I'm sorry. So now I'm Tom the Bill woken up. That's the character where I see him in Buffkins. It's like that. He basically is a Miss Epson professor, but he's waking up to say, "Oh my God, I messed up." I'm taking responsibility. It's basically answering what the movie V for Vendetta said. Look in the mirror. We are responsible. Again, I don't blame. I blame them for what they're doing, but I don't blame them for how it happened. How it happened was because we let our kids into the den of depravity in the college system or the institutions of learning. Don't go to school. Defund them all. It does not need it. I'm an autodidact. I've taught myself everything. I never learned a goddamn thing from a teacher.
I was saying that this morning in a space. I was telling people, if you don't know anything enough about the college that you're planning on sending and paying for your kid to go and research your college. If it has a bunch of left-wing nut job professors in it, don't give them your money. They're just going to indoctrinate your kid. Find a trade school or somewhere else to send your kid so that they can make a living when they move out from your home and not be indoctrinated. So it's up to parents that know where they're putting their kids. It's no different than saying your kid comes and says, "Mom, I want to stay the night with my best friend." Are you going to just send your kid over there? No. You're going to go meet the parents and try to get to know them before you're going to let your kid just go over there. So there's no difference. Just because your kid's older now doesn't mean you're not going to care about what school they're going to. I mean, at least you should. You should want to. But this next thing I've got, it's from Dan Bongino. And I thought it was pretty.
Wait, where's the list, Dan? Where's the list, Dan?
So I wanted to play this. It says that he drops a bombshell on corrupt politicians by issuing this warning. So let's watch this and see what they say or what he says. Here we go.
Let me ask you about, are you going to be looking into, Cash and Pam, any potential collusion between the DOJ, Letitia James, the novel legal theory of Alvin Bragg or Nathan Wade or Fani Willis and the DOJ? Is that something? Has anything come up? Is there any way to determine whether or not evidence was destroyed in any of these cases?
Well, there's always a way to determine that. I don't want to comment on that specific case right now for a reason. I don't want to get ahead of the Department of Justice on that. But I want to say this, the FBI obviously has the public corruption portfolio. And yes, if you are a corrupt politician out there, if you are engaged in behavior, you know what you're doing, we're going to find you. I promise. No one is going to get off. The days of selecting and putting your partisan bias on and taking care of your friends, those days are over. You know what, Sean? I don't have any friends. I don't want any friends. Well, maybe outside of you and a couple of, I don't care. I didn't come here for the money. I didn't come here to make, I know.
No, you didn't go there for the money. I can tell people
I didn't
that
come
for
here to
sure.
make friends. I don't give a damn about friends. I don't have any friends. I don't want any friends. I got my wife, I got you, and I got a small crew of people. So I don't need any friends. If you're
you want
a
a friend in
politician,
DC,
screw it
get a
around.
dog.
We're coming for you.
That'll help.
Yeah,
right,
exactly. You want a friend in DC, right? Go get a Labradoodle
Get a
like
dog.
I have, because there are no friends in DC. You've been doing this
All right.
30 years. There are no friends here.
So he's got a he's basically saying, I don't care if you're my friend. We don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you're doing bad things, we're coming for you. So I don't have any reason not to believe Dan Bongino for his
I think
word.
it's great.
So, and he works with Kash Patel. So to me, this guy right here that we're looking at is also looking into the shooting of Charlie Kirk. And I don't believe this person, after all the years I've been watching him and knowing he used to be Secret Service, all that stuff, after what he went through with Parler, being taken down because they were jealous or they didn't want to see the competition because it was doing so well. Things like that. He's earned my trust. And until it's proven to me that this guy's full of shit and that he's covering up for a bunch of people on the Epstein list, and he's covering up to make sure that this young person that didn't even kill Charlie Kirk goes to prison and gets a death penalty. I mean, come on. Just because you say that doesn't make it facts. This person's job is to look for the facts, and when what he says, I'm going to believe over your bullshit. That's just the way I'm looking at it. So, and I voted for this. I voted for Trump to pick the people he felt this time, after what happened to him the first time, to actually get things done. And from what I'm seeing, it looks to me like things are getting done. So I trust him. I just wanted to throw that in because I really do. And until I'm proven wrong, I'm going to still stick to my guns and give them the time I feel they need to do what he's doing. But I did like something that was different this time. He said, I'm not going to comment on that right now. That was good because they've seemed to have learned how to talk to, the press and things like that since they first got in compared to where they are now. I think they've learned something on what not to say and to not be too excited, to just give the facts that they know they're allowed to talk about and leave the rest in the box. So I'm enjoying that. But are you guys still there? Or am I doing?
I was just checking some stuff and I made a meme. I guess I could share it with you.
Okay.
I'm typing already. I'm here. I'm having fun. I'm typing and listening.
Good. Keep typing. I love it. Ruben, when you're
like Leroy Anderson typewriter song. You guys got to know that. Yeah, you know what's so funny? No, it's so funny. I was trying to explain to people about Schrodinger's cat, the slit, and who? I said, do you know who Emil Kant is? And they said, no. And I went, fuck. Do you know who Mark Twain is? No. Who the fuck are you? Okay, go ahead.
So this is off of Zachary Bell's.
God.
Zachary Bell's X account. He's the that with the sign. He's a good guy. He's on unsubscribe every once in a while, and he did some live shows with them. And they had a get together the past couple days in Bernie. And this is that face you make when the driver makes it not service related. I don't know how the fuck they got this Temu Warthog that the Army is using now, but I don't like it because there's no armor on the sides. It's just like you got a roll cage. That's it. That's all you got. If you get shot at, you're getting squishy and bloody. That's it. It's a terrible idea. I mean, dare I say, bring back the Hummer. God. All right, so that's my donation for the day.
Okay, well, here's that one that we talked about earlier about what happened in Illinois with the ice.
Oh, there's so much good stuff on.
So this is that one, and I thought because Terrence Williams is the one that posted it, and it says ICE did this to a Democratic candidate.
Once you finish that, can you share it to me? Can I do something with that? Once you're done. Once you're done, not now. Once you're done,
Yeah,
let
you want
me
me
do
to
something.
share the link with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I
then I want to share something real quick. So
okay,
but
'cause
not
I'm
now.
gonna
Before you're
gonna play it. It's only 9 seconds long. I want to play this though because this is
What we call the commie throw.
yeah. Here we go. Watch.
Oh, this is mad. Yep, this is.
But see, they'll bitch and moan talking about how abusive they were when these people were all here interrupting their jobs. This is their job. We, the taxpayer, are paying these people to round up illegals and criminals that came over the border illegally and are taking our money, stealing, killing people, raping people, all these things, selling drugs, all this stuff. And look at these dumbasses. They're trying to stop these people from doing their job. Now, if she's running for office, she should understand that we need police. We need paramedics. We need people to do their jobs. That's how cities run.
Or she's a Marxist, excuse me.
Yeah, here you go. Let's watch it one more time.
There's another one. Not this one here. We can have this one. I love that sound.
Can I share something?
That's concrete. That's so good.
Can I share
Okay, go
something,
ahead,
please?
Ruben. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if this works. It may not work. It may work. I don't know. Who knows? Can you see it?
Yes, I'm sharing it now. Here we go.
Okay. Is it on? Volume up?
I'm not seeing it.
Wait a minute. I got to turn off the other one. Sorry. Now I'm going to add it. Sorry. I didn't know I couldn't do it. This is yours.
Let's see this. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if this works.
About to fall on her ass.
Somebody once told me.
I didn't know you could do that. Look at her butt.
We're having fun today.
There's a good one. There should be no one in the shit show chat, Janet.
Okay, that's it.
There's another one in the shit show chat where there's a fat lady who's older trying to stop an SUV from coming out of a gated area. Pull that one up, please.
Okay, I will. You have to
that one was hilarious.
Yeah, that's fucking good. And I mean, if you're gonna be a protesting piece of shit, don't be like that little skinny girl with no ass that when she hit the concrete, you could hear it go up her spine. Don't be that. You want to be this fat fuck that they casually push
I'm
aside.
trying to find out which one it is. Do you know the name of it?
No, it's
Extremely violent, chaotic situation outside Broadview.
Yeah.
But I don't see it. I don't see a big woman.
Yeah, damn it.
I have to make sure that's the one or not. Maybe, I guess I'll pull this one up because I don't know if this is it or not. I'm gonna pause it and bring it up. Here we go. Is this it?
Okay, good.
No,
Bruce?
no.
That's not it. Hold on.
Okay, the one not the one that's latest, the second to last one.
The one with the woman in the shirt.
Yes.
that's
Yes.
talking.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the one.
All right, I'm pausing it. And then I'm gonna start it when I open it back up. All right. Sorry, there was a lot of new stuff in there, and I was trying to make sure I grabbed the right one.
I'm trying to stuff you full of new stuff.
Yeah, but I still got a whole bunch of stuff I haven't even brought up yet that I already have bookmarked. But,
That's why you just need a Substack, Janet.
okay, it's Amy. No, yeah, Amy, whatever her name is. I think. Is this it?
No.
No.
Go back to your
Hold
chat.
on.
Go back to your
Janet, get a break.
I already have it. I just have to make sure I share the right one. I already posted it up there, so hold on.
It's the one from Gunther Engelman. ICE isn't playing games! Exclamation mark.
Gunther.
I sent it to you at 8:56 p.m.
Okay, hold on. I got to go
It's
back.
on your private stuff, not your Friday night shit show.
Oh,
your
well,
private-
see, I took that from the
private
Friday Night
Twitter,
Shit Show,
private
the one
Twitter.
I asked you about.
Sorry, 8:56.
All right, just give me a second.
Bye.
Don't worry, you can hear me typing.
Sure.
Hey, Dirty
That
Ogre, how
was
you doing, sir?
You said the second to the end one, and that was it.
You sure?
100%. Yes, Amy Melk is the one that shared it.
No.
That's the second to the last one in the Friday Night Shit Show chat.
Go to your. Hold on. I'm going to share this.
Yeah, you pull it up, and then I'll do it. This is the one that you said to pick, so I'm going to pick it.
All right.
This is it.
This is it.
Okay, no, that wasn't it.
This is Ford Fisher. His news to share, and let's enjoy a rousing display of why you're not supposed to be a communist. Fuck out of the way, fat fuck. I'm old and brittle.
Then why is she there? See, if they don't want to be, if they don't want to be pushed around, what are they doing there?
That was really cool, guys.
And why is she wearing heels and a dress? She
I don't know.
doesn't get thrown to the ground.
They get her thrown on the ground. Now they're going to give her pepper spray. That's great. I wish we could do this with all the hippies and Bolsheviks. Back the fuck up.
All they got to do is go to Lowe's, find some illegals and say, come live with me and I'll feed and take care of you. And you never have to leave to worry about ICE getting you. Why don't they just do that instead of doing that stupid shit?
I don't know.
I mean, that way they can put their money where their mouth is. So
Dirty Ogre. Let me go find it real quick. Let's throw it. Is this in Discord?
Which one?
Nerdy Ogre's asking if I saw the video he sent me.
Okay.
Yeah. This was sent.
Trying to find this one. I wanted
That-
to hear.
I'll pull this up. I'll throw it in Janet's stack of stuff, but I'm not going to guarantee that she's going to play it.
I'm going to play it if you let me play some of this stuff. I got to play it, but we take so long in between that we don't get to play them all because I got a whole bunch of good stuff and I'm trying to get them all. Let's see. Is it this one? I don't know. I'm going to open it anyways. Yeah, here we go. Here's that one about the wannabe assassin that almost killed Justice Kavanaugh. This is the video that was supposed to go
Fox News alert. The man who attempted to kill Brett Kavanaugh isn't a man. He's trans. New court documents reveal Nicholas Roski has changed his identity. He's now Sophie Roski. Filings show that Roski actually used female pronouns before trying to kill Kavanaugh. So here we have more trans terrorism. Sophie faces 30 years in prison and has already pled guilty. It's a matter of time until Kimmel says Sophie's MAGA. Fox News alert.
Yeah, see, that's another one right there. This person was taking hormones because they were already into transitioning before he got shot, before he shot Kavanaugh. So that just goes to show you that mixing female hormones with male hormones and vice versa is not a good thing to do. It's going to cause you to have some type of breakdown, mental instability, all that shit. But hopefully we can, if they can't get them in court, maybe we can sue a bunch of these companies, you know, that was selling all this shit. Okay, now here's something. I wanted to play a couple of these because I think it's important that we play some stuff about Charlie Kirk.
A man is in, you're looking at a man, and I think I'm looking at a woman, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
That was funny.
yeah, thank you. There's characteristics, archetypes, but we have differences.
Yeah.
There are significant male-female differences. I think
Like
those,
what?
Well, men tend to be more assertive. Women tend to be more agreeable.
Innately or taught?
Innately, and I wouldn't say
Innately
taught.
based on what science?
Well, just for example, if we look at artificial intelligence scanned over 10,000 brains using a SPECT scan,
Yeah.
and was able to determine male-female differences 95% of the time of different brain functions based on basal ganglia, amygdala,
Do you know the age?
cerebellum.
Because interestingly enough, I
Ages
read
14
a study.
to 22.
Okay, 14 to 22. I read a study recently that before the age of 10, brains are neuroscientists are unable to be able to tell the difference in gender based on the brain. But at a certain point, the social implications that children are taught start making them act differently. But it's been
vomiting on
if
stage.
a man or a woman were given the same. Okay, have you heard that men they have more spatial awareness like in their brain? Have you heard that one?
I think that's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah. So we learned that if women are given a month of the same practices as children that men are given or allowed to do, whether it comes to what they're playing, the media they're intaking, like what they're told and how they're told to act, that women have the same spatial awareness ability as men. So we're finding that innately the brain is the same, but because of the social constructs that we're taught on men and women and how they're supposed to act, their brain ability to activate certain parts changes. So by 14, the brain
Yeah.
does seem different.
You raise kids?
Tell me.
Have you ever raised kids?
No, I have 6 nieces and nephews,
Yeah,
though, men and women.
You couldn't be more wrong. If you're even around a 2-year-old boy and 2-year-old girl, it's not a matter of what they're taught. The girls are running to the dresses, the boys are running to the guns. You know who agrees with me? One of the leading feminists of the 60s and 70s, Gloria
Yeah.
Steinem, who wrote Feminist Mystique.
Yes,
And
I've read that.
Even she, who was like a hardcore gender is taught, when she raised her kids, she was like, oh my goodness, there is a fundamental innate difference between men and women. And it's not just brain structure.
Right.
It's testosterone, it's estradiol, it's
Okay.
estrogen production, it is hormone levels, it is all, and there, I could just prove, if you sit down with a young lady, they're far more likely to talk about micro topics, and men are more likely to talk about macro topics.
What's
So
the difference between micro and macro?
Great question. So if I sat down with a young lady, she'd be much more likely to talk about friends, relationships, and things that are very intimate to her. A young man would be more likely to talk about the weather, sports, or the stock market, or politics.
Yeah.
And that's not taught. That is innate. That is innate into our bio programming.
So what do you guys think about that?
And they're not going to teach that. They're not going to showcase that. That's just not something that's, going to help out the agenda. The message.
Well, the thing. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Well, the thing here is that everything that Charlie Kirk is bringing up is classical education, Socratic method, logical thinking, critical thinking, and they can't handle it. So then you see her and you hear the tone. It's like, it's not about having a dialogue. It's about challenging, and I'd rather have a dialogue.
She was already negative before she even opened her mouth.
Yeah.
They're ready to start a fight before the
Great. Yeah,
conversation.
they have
even
grace.
starts.
Oh, and that one guy, that old dude. Come on, Charlie Kirk, let's fight. Let's go fight like a man. That's what we do. Fucking idiot.
No, you don't have to because your ideas suck.
Okay, well, here's the other one that I thought was pretty good. I'm going to try to go through these really quickly because I'm trying to get to some of Bruce's stuff. But this is only 28 seconds. But this is the kind of stuff that ruins the press corps. Okay, when one person like this woman that you're going to see gets in there, it disrupts the whole room, the flow of getting the news out and asking questions, and it ruins it for everyone else because of one dumbass bitch or asshole, right? And the thing is, why do they keep letting that person come back? If somebody did this in my office or in my business, I would never let them back again because they've already proven they cannot act like an adult. So here we go. Let me see if you guys agree with me or not.
Mr. President, when are you going to get details?
We're going to be
on
going
this?
into New York too.
Mr. President,
And we're
when are
going to
you
be going in quiet. You're really obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I'm trying to ask you, what about your plans
You are
for
really
Memphis?
obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I am asking, what are your plans for Memphis?
I love that man.
I'm not going to talk to you until I call
They
you.
think they're doing the duties.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to sell this free speech question because you've said that you restored free speech in America.
Okay, so he he didn't acknowledge. I mean, he had to acknowledge her because she wouldn't shut the fuck up. He was talking and she starts talking over the president of the United States. How many people get away with shit like that? See, that shows that this demeanor of this gentleman is that he's trying to be graceful and he's trying to be presidential, and he still has to listen to the cat in the background. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm a woman and I think that's outrageous that a woman can't have a little bit of class and sit there with her legs crossed and raise her fucking hand like everybody else. But she has to start screeching because she thinks she's better than everyone else in the room. They all do that. Every one of them, every single liberal I've ever met, that is them. That's all I want to say. But what do you guys think about it?
I would have booted her ass out of my office. Get her out. That's it.
Yeah, basically all he needs to do is do this or a special, like, you know, hands gesture, and or even better yet, he should. Oh my God, we got to do this. Okay, this is RCH McMuffins talking right now. He needs the Gong Show. You out of here.
That would have been great. But yeah,
literally, you gotta start. He pulls the button, and then he pushes the button, and then the music comes out, and you got Jaime the Clown coming out there, jumping up and down, and grabbing the guy and pulling him out.
Yeah, I would love it. And guess what?
My mind is warped.
If somebody would have came in and grabbed her and said, "You have to leave," and made her leave, I bet everyone else would have clapped. Everybody else, even the liberals, even the other people that were being respectful, would have been happy for that one person to be taken out of the room, because everything was good until she started her yapping. She just made me sick to my stomach. Now, here's something from my own state that I wanted to share, because I didn't know if you guys had seen this. So see, every single state that we have has nuts in it, nut crazy Charlie Kirk haters. But this woman is she's from Arkansas. Her name's Kiri Rollo, and she thinks this is something that she should have the right to do, which I think is disgusting and gross. And I'm glad that they're calling her out and hope she loses her job.
He lives as he dies, promoting violence. Report all you want.
Well, no, look at this shit. Check it out. Look at this shit.
Spoiled, rotten, entitled brats that are so used to getting a trophy for doing nothing that they can do this to anyone. They can go into anyone's house. They can go into a store and steal $900 worth of product. They can say, fuck you to grandma, slam the door on her face, push her to the ground, take pictures, go up and punch people in the face. They can do whatever they want because we have let them. We have let these people just push us around because we're just thinking, oh, we got to turn the other cheek and walk the other way. And then they started cutting up our kids and started doing all this other shit. And now we're fed up. But look how many people have been hurt because of these assholes. That's bad.
That's why I have my views the way I do, Janet. They might be strong and they might be a little bit unorthodox, but God damn it, I don't want them on my fucking lawn when I get my land.
I know, and that's great. I think it's great. But this is another thing here with this. It says, after the recent events at Charlie Kirk's death, my sibling and I are being doxxed online, and my sibling was fired from their job. This is direct violation of their First Amendment rights and unconstitutional, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? It's them that's trying to get money because they got fired because this was put out in public, which we should be doing. Because just because they did this, and if nobody filmed it, just like we said earlier, remember we were talking about the poor girl on the bus? If we hadn't seen the video, nobody would be talking about it. See, if we have to share this shit, this kind of shit, to get these people out there, put them in public. She's the one that went over and made a spectacle of herself. Nobody else went over there to do that. Other people place stuff there because they're out of respect for Charlie Kirk, their feelings. And they wanted to put it down there, but she said, fuck your feelings, fuck all of you, because I don't agree with your point of view. So fuck you. And look what she did. She kicked everything over and made a spectacle of herself. And now she's crying, I lost my job because all I was just voicing my opinion, whatever bullshit. And we're supposed to just say, oh, well, it's okay. Poor baby. Let's give you some money or whatever. What the fuck are we supposed to do with these people? How are you supposed to deal with these people? I mean, you can't have them at your workplace if they're going to treat your customers this way. So, you know, what are we going to do with all these people after all this is done? Where are we going to find jobs for these people? I don't want to hire them.
I don't want to fight them. I don't want them in my industry.
Yeah, I don't want them at all. But
Sorry.
we're going to be stuck with them anyways.
It's now a kid's book.
It's just
No, I decided. Well, here's what I just did. Again, this is real time funny shit. It was supposed to be a book based upon that. Now it's a 3 books.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. I just did it, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm an idiot. It's funny. No, but I thought about it. How do you attract the kids? Give them a kid's book that's about teaching them about how they are the fascists, the teachers are the fascists, and then you do it in a very silly way they don't even know. They're gonna be livid. Woo! Do it. I'm gonna have. Oh yeah, and it'll be made to an Angel movie. Angel Studios. You said it here now. Okay, let's finish up.
Well, I only have a couple left, Bruce, that I had pulled up, but these are all different things that I thought were important to share because this is stuff that I saw and it either pissed me off or it made me feel good. And I wanted to share it with other people. So this young man, he made this video and wanted to share it about Charlie Kirk. And I think it's good to listen to as many opinions as you could possibly listen to. But here we go.
Okay, y'all got me. I found a video of Charlie Kirk spewing hate and he was being racist towards a black woman. So I got to share it just like how I share everything else.
How are you? What a beautiful kid that is.
Thank you.
What a gift from God.
She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Something that kind of has me like on the fence of whether or not I go kind of like conservative or moderate. It's just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody.
That was the person y'all said that was racist and hated black people. I don't know about y'all, but you can't turn hate on or off. And a racist person would never call you and your family beautiful. Like, that's who y'all said hated black people. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, the more I go down this rabbit hole, the more I just get like re-pissed off all over again. Cause I just get like, the videos of folks celebrating and all of that just come back in my head. And the people who were saying, I'm celebrating because he hated black people. I'm celebrating because he was racist to us. And I come across videos like that and I'm like, huh? Like, and I already know somebody gonna say that was just a clip. You contradicting yourself because this whole time I've been preaching full context. Don't go off clips. And I just went off of a clip of him showing love to a black woman. But the point is, you cannot turn hate in your heart for somebody or for a group that y'all say on or off.
Mm-hmm.
If you hate a group, you're going to stand 10 toes on that. And that man showed would have stood 10 toes on something if he actually hated something. But all of a sudden in this situation, he sees this beautiful family of this mom and kid, and he's going to call them beautiful and a gift from God. And you trying to sit here and tell me that he hated black people and trying to tell me that he was racist to black people. All right.
Yep. That's one of the things I wanted to share with you. And now I think I only have one left. Yeah, this is the last one I had that I wanted to share. And then we can go and dig into all of your stuff that you've been sharing, Bruce. So here we go. It's another thing of Charlie Kirk doing what he did before he was killed, that he did many, many, many times. And he was so fast on his feet. I mean, he could just, they'd ask a question and he would just think about it and give them an answer. So I don't know. we really lost a great person. But here we go.
Very important. Sir Isaac Newton fell asleep underneath a tree. And then an apple hit him. Kind of like this. So then he came up with the 3 laws. Okay, see, that's the issue. Is you keep on thinking when you drop it, it comes back up, but it doesn't. Okay? The 3 laws of Newtonian physics. We're going to be quizzed on this later, you know. An object at rest will stay at rest. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. For example, if I push it, it goes through. And finally, force equals mass times acceleration. Any questions? Very important.
I just wanted you guys to see that. That's
You know what makes
Charlie
me cry the
Kirk's
most?
dad.
Makes me cry the most is that because that is the most beautiful thing. I would do the same thing with my children. Because what you do with children, you teach them. They're not idiots. Teach them. Talk to your kids like they're adults. Treat them with respect. Start off this, and because again, when Sir Isaac Newton was a kid, they were learning calculus. They were doing all this shit already. That we have kids who are not even 26, can't even write, read, or do anything. It's insanely stupid. I'm sad. But yeah, just And then, guys, you watch it. Again, do me a favor. Look up Charlie Kirk classical music. And if anybody here wants to know about classical music, wants to learn something new, and you're going to open your eyes. There are so many. There is a world out there of entertainment that you've never even. You think about it this way: all the greatest soundtracks you've ever heard are ripoffs of classical music. So they are pale in comparison. Listening to a movie soundtrack is like looking at a shadow of the David. It's really that different. It's totally different. So yeah, just contact me. I'll give you a listening guide.
Yeah, the thing is that this is what people aren't seeing. This is why I like this video. We're only seeing him when he was out in public and he was doing his thing on the campuses, things like that, or interviews when he was with the Trumps or things like that. That's all we've been seeing through the news and everything. But this is what his wife, this is her sitting across the table at her husband. And they're out to dinner to eat with their little baby toddler or whatever that's throwing stuff on the ground. And that's how dad, as a papa, dealt with his child. This is the side that nobody gets to see. And the news isn't going to tell you, because they're pushing a narrative that they don't agree with us on the point of view of stopping people like the person that did what they did to him and took this dad that will never, this child right here won't remember this, will never remember this. The only way they're going to remember it is because mom has this video and she's going to share it with them as they get older. And that's the sad truth, is the fact that they're going to miss out with this. They're not going to ever get to get hugs from him. They're not going to get walked down the aisle to get married. They're not going to have their dad rooting for them at football practice or clapping for them at their graduation. None of those things. Or they get to hold their first child in his arms. He doesn't get any of that, but they're the ones that have to live with it. The 2 children and the wife. They'll never see his smiling face again unless they watch videos like this, all because a person didn't like what he had to say. That's where we are. That's reality today. That you can't do what we're doing right now, talking about things, trying to help people think and look things up and understand more about what's going on in our world. And we leave our house to go grocery shopping. Someone takes us out because they don't like what we have to say. How do we fix that? Okay, for one thing is to punish people when they do these things and make people see that we mean business, that if you go out and do this shit, you will Either get the death penalty or you'll be in prison for the rest of your life. You're never going to get out. And you're not going to go to a prison where you can have a wife and have kids and have all the things that these people are never going to have again. That's not right. I do not agree with conjugal visits and all that stupid shit, or even the prisoner getting to get on the internet and go to YouTube and watch funny videos about kitty cats and shit like that. Hell no. They should be just sitting in a cell. That's it. They shouldn't get anything. I mean, we got to feed them, you know, and they should be able to go to the dentist or whatever, I guess. But it's bullshit what they get in prison, and we pay for it. Our tax dollars pay for these people to go to prison, and it's better than what a homeless veteran gets on the street. I mean, it's pathetic. We have so many things that we need to change in our country to even out the scales so that people that do this kind of shit don't get to live high on the hog on our dollar for the rest of their life while they're in prison. I just want to make sure you guys saw my vision of what I am seeing. And that's, to me, is wrong. And that's one of the reasons why I'm willing to sit back and wait and see what the facts unfold, see where Dan Bongino and the rest of them take this case with the evidence. And that's what we have to have. We have to have evidence. You have to have proof to put these people in jail. And if people paid for things or people incited things and got him to think that he needed to do these things, not just him doing it, it's no different than somebody saying, I want you to take my wife out behind the barn and get rid of her because I'm sick of her, and here's the money. Okay. And then that person goes and does it. But should that person that paid the guy to do it get put in prison too? Yeah, I agree they should. So I want them to round up anybody that was involved in this and any other crimes like this. I don't care if they're left or right. It has nothing to do with it. All I'm looking at is a dad and a husband. That's what I'm seeing. And he was out doing something he thought was the right thing to do, and he got murdered for it. But I think people that do those kinds of things to people like this, or anyone that was just living their life, should go to prison or go to court, find out whatever their state offers. That's how it should be taken care of. And I'm a firm believer in that. So that's it. I'm done with that one. So now, Bruce, the floor is open. What do you want to do? It's all up to you now.
Let me see here.
So you just put it down there and I'll bring it anything up that you want. But I wanted to finally get through with this stuff that I picked. And I thought it was all good stuff.
You want to laugh?
Sure.
All right. The last thing in the Friday night shit show chat.
So you want me to pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on. Give me a second. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves while I go and look in my chat. So give me a minute.
First thing that'll pop in there.
Okay.
Last thing I added.
I am going there right now. Friday Night Shit Show. The very last thing, it says, I'm absolutely dying.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to, we're going to pause it. Pause. All right. Now, I'll go back up a little and bring it up. Here we go.
Share it with us.
Want to talk before I push play?
I have no idea what this is. It was from a friend of mine, M2 Barbie. She's funny. She's a good account. She's like, I was dying watching this shit. So here we go.
She looks familiar.
I have no idea who she is.
She's an actress, I think, a comedian that does comedy stuff. But she looks familiar. I'll wait till she turns towards the camera. I think you'll recognize her.
Very attractive when a woman is vulnerable and needs help. And that's historically always been the way it is. I didn't make that up. That's why the term is damsel in distress, not overly opinionated dyke who needs a fucking hand, man. That's why. If a woman can do it for herself, it's not as attractive. Let's put it this way. If we're all animals, okay, and men are lions and women are like gazelles, what's a lion, if he's hungry, more likely to go after? The gazelle running at 90, unencumbered by a self-esteem issue, like, I own my own home and have a PhD. enjoy witty banter. I just put a down payment on a boat and I don't hate my daddy. Onward! Or, remember, he's hungry. Or, the gazelle with the broken hoof, like, help, how does basketball work? Like, what? An easier meal.
Definitely. He's going to go.
She reminds you of somebody I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She looks very familiar. I wish
No,
I knew her
I'm
name.
being facetious. I mean, she does
Oh.
look. She's a spitting image of somebody.
Well, she looks like somebody
And that's
I
exactly how she looks.
think I've met before in the industry, but
Actually, I
it's
should go to bed now and go to bed with her.
I don't know. Her name isn't on here, so
Eliza
I'd like to
Schlesinger.
know who she is.
Eliza Schlesinger.
Eliza.
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 Okay, so I'll have to look that up, but she looks very familiar. So, anything else?
Hold up. All right. There's a Nick Sotor on the Friday Night Shit Show chat. The item right above where I added that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this the angriest lady I've ever seen in a traffic stop.
No, down one.
Okay, federal agents are now arresting protesters.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's the short one, only 34
Yeah,
seconds.
this works better when you post it and say the third one up. Don't tell me anything about it. It's really hard to figure out. But yeah, I like it this way. It's a lot easier. So here we go. Nick Sorter. All right, here we go.
I just put a bunch of stuff in the chat about Illinois Democrats getting their shit pushed in. This is like my favorite fucking thing. This is my porn for the day.
Yeah, I would arrest all of them. Every single person and take them to jail. Make them pay to get out. You know, 'cause I don't believe in no cash bail.
Yeah, I would completely just arrest all these fuckers and just chain them to the fence because, like,
if they're obstructing justice, they're in the way. They're not standing aside when they know there's a raid or something going on. They need to be arrested. And I would love, this is one thing I would love to see. And that's why I liked that earlier thing that we showed with the woman that was involved and got involved with Antifa behind the scenes, pretended she was Antifa, right? As you could tell with her bad hair and all this different stuff. I would like to find out, get some people and follow every one of these protesters and see where they go. See where they go home, see where they live. You take notes. I'm not saying harass them or anything. Just find out where they are. Then take that information home and start looking up who's paying them to show up every day. Because if they're not going to work, then somebody's paying them. They're having to make money somehow because you can't sit out there day after day after day because that's the prison right there, right? Isn't it?
I don't know if that's a prison. That's in that's the ICE facility.
Yes, I mean, it's an ICE facility where they're there every day. But these people have been protesting almost, I think, every day since they found out that was an ICE place. So why? Who are they? Just like we saw earlier when they were talking about the Antifa being paid as soon as they show up. So whoever is involved knows they're there, expecting them to be arrested. So when they go, as soon as they make a phone call, someone comes, bails them out, pays their fine, and then when they go to court, they have somebody to defend them. And I'm telling you, looking at some of these dweebs, they don't have the money to pay for all this shit. Somebody's funding them, and I want to know. I want to know who it is. And there's got to be a way to find out. You know what I mean? Don't you think that's a good direction to go to find out? I mean, look, they got cell phones. Somebody's feeding them, bringing them water, you know, I just don't think that these people are doing this out of the goodness of their heart.
I'm pretty certain you're right.
I don't know any liberals that just take care of people because they want to help people. I haven't met a single one. They're all in it for something. They're getting something out of it, or they wouldn't be doing it. And see, I can honestly say I do this, and I paid to have this service for OBS so I can stream this stuff, and I'm not making a dime. I'm paying to do it.
Oh, you're okay.
So, but the thing is, I do it because I care, and I want to give people the opportunity to see something they probably never would have seen if they hadn't tuned in on one of our channels to watch us talk about it. That, to me, that's important. And if somebody came and said, "Hey, I want to fund your show, but you can't do this, you can't do that," I would say, "No, I'm not interested." I've had that on my TikTok. I've had people offer to pay me money to do their products or whatever, but that I can't talk about politics. I can't talk about this. And I said, forget it. I'm not doing it. It's not worth it to me. I'm doing this because I want to do it. And thank God I don't need the money to pay my bills and take care of it. I would like to have some money, but I want to be able to do it the way I want to do it. You know what I mean? So, oh, well, until that happens, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be someone else's bullshitter. You know what I mean? Just not going to do it. So is there anything else?
If you want to spend 21 minutes, the angriest lady I've ever seen on a traffic stop. This is a submission of ours from our good friend Nerdy Ogre.
Oh, okay. So here, let's see what that is all about. Oh, I got to go to the thing and do it. Sorry. I got to go back in there, go up. And is it the next one up?
Yep.
This one? Okay.
Yep.
Open it.
Now
we'll have to pause it a lot. We're gonna have to pause it. We're gonna have to pause it a lot and talk about it because if we
actually don't, because this is Code Blue and Donut Operator. This is any sort of police activity. You don't have to pause it to give commentary and override it. This stuff here is like public domain.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Any sort of
You
law
get comment anyway.
Yeah, and the commentary anyway is going to give us completely into the Fair Use Act.
Yeah, I'd already played that at the beginning. So
I don't know where you're watching.
I'm not doing. I haven't started it yet. I was trying to get past the commercial before we went to the.
This commercial is brought to you by Ruben Haynes. Go to
I don't want the commercial because
I'm not. Shadow Legends NordVPN.
I'm not getting paid, so I didn't want to do the ad. But
actually, you know what? I'm going to set up a link tree. I'm going to start using products. It'd be like Remington guy. I like the company so much about
I've
the
got
razor.
some friends that do koozies and other things, and I told them if I ever got to where I could have a store or whatever, that they're going to be the ones I'm going to call, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, that'd be great." But it's been
yes,
like
I'm going to work for Adam and Eve for some sex toys.
I can help you, but yeah, I'm going to share this. Is this this is it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Bruce.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure, and I'm going to push
what
play.
is it?
Oh.
New Britain. I've never been no fucking New Britain.
Big screen.
Number.
How
You're going
do I do it right here?
Yep.
Have that shit on camera. You're going down. You lying bitch. You fucking liar.
Cops don't make enough
You really
money.
gonna sit there and lie?
I'll tell you that right now.
Everything I do is legit. Everything I do is legit.
You dropped $1.
You dropped $1, man. You really gonna sit there and lie? Everything I do is legit. Everything I do is legit. Everything I fucking do is legit.
You need to relax.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk
It's like bathing a cat.
your badge number. I want your badge number. Badge.
See, this is terrible. If that guy that's walking back and forth is her man, and he just letting her make a fool of herself, wow, I'd break up with him. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. She just looks like a loudmouth bitch.
Number.
Is there a book of like how to be a fucking asshole to the police? Not that it's wrong to ask for a police officer's badge number. That's a common thing. Please do if you feel that you should do that. It's okay. A cop will tell you. But it's like there's a common list of phrases that goes with being a absolute piece of shit to the police that you have to repeat over and over. And I think that's the number one thing is I want your badge number. Where if you would stop screaming, slow your heart rate down, stop being a complete cunt, you could see that their badge number is on their badge. And if you ask them nicely, they would give you a card that says their name and their badge number on it. It's hard. It's hard to understand. If you don't scream at them and you talk with them like they're people, because they're talking to you like your people, they'll give you their badge number.
Badge fucking number. Now. You will go on administrative leave effective immediately. Now.
Woo! She's the police chief now.
You will go on administrative leave effective immediately. Now.
Oh, I figured it out. They pulled the police chief over. That's why she's so mad.
Now.
I don't know. It's reported as stolen, but
Now.
I guess she's the
I'm not
registered owner.
Wisconsin.
It was stolen?
Oh, did you hear that? One of the officers said, is she the chief now? And this guy said, I don't know, man. This car's reported as stolen. She's the registered owner. We're just trying to figure it out. When I was a cop, I wish random people on the streets could send me on holidays. I'd be like, I'll take it.
I'm out. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think you got the hot sheet.
All right, so if I had to guess what actually happened was, I know if a vehicle is stolen, then it gets logged either into the dispatch notes or right into the DMV, which you have access to in your computer in the cop car. Let's say your boyfriend takes your vehicle out and then he cheats on you and you're mad at him and you're reported as stolen. And then you go to the police and you file a police report. Then there's going to be a note on the DMV or on 911 dispatch or whatever program you use, for if you run that tag, it'll pop up as stolen. But if you don't go back to the police where you filed the report at and tell them, oh, I got my car back, or this situation is resolved, then it's still going to pop up as stolen and you're going to get pulled over.
You can put me about the 1700 park on I-75.
My daughter in the car. My daughter's not even safe.
Oh, it's her boyfriend. It's her boyfriend that went like that and walked away, the guy in the gray hoodie. This is what happened. Exactly what I just said. He took the car out with the boys one night or something. She was mad and didn't want him to go out. And she went to the police and filed a police report and then never told the police what actually happened. Oh, no. I guarantee you that's what happened.
I swear I heard something there.
Can I make keys, please? Stop fucking checking my VIN number. You know this is the car, you fucking prick. Jay Lake, that's your name. Can I get your badge number?
Can we show her that? Can we just show her that it's on the list of stolen? Yeah, if she wants to. What's her name?
They're all common shit. She's running around screaming and cursing at him. He's got his phone out and he's like, can we just show her that it's stolen? Oh, she's a detective now. No. Detective mode activated.
Oh, crap. Ma'am.
It hunts them everywhere they go.
Come here. I want to show you. I want to show you something. I'm trying to show you. Listen, see your car right here, ma'am? See it's on red. You see AWA.
There's no possible way you just did that in the system. No. There's no fucking possible way. My car has
She's
never,
literally not going to know.
stolen. Ever.
Well, listen. We're trying to tell you.
No, the fucking leave me alone. No, it hasn't.
She screamed loud enough so many times that I think that the police are wrong now.
Life has it ever. Everything is in my name. How
Listen,
the fuck could it be
we're trying to show you why we stopped it. That's
bullshit
it.
system you did.
No,
did you make up the numbers?
No, listen.
Where'd you get the numbers from?
All right. I'm done.
The fuck? Hold it. There's no fucking way
We're past that. We're past it.
Give my stuff back so I can go.
It's reported as stolen.
Okay, but it's mine. You see, I'm the only.
Well, I want to ask a question. Do any of you guys understand about vehicles being stolen?
I know a little bit about it.
Well,
Why?
it is a black person.
So my question would be, and that I would have asked, if I went to get in my vehicle and the cops show up and said this vehicle's been reported stolen, I would say, who would report it stolen? She hasn't asked that at all. I mean, because if it's my vehicle, it had to be somebody in my family that would even know anything about my vehicle, or someone who knows where I live, and they reported it. to try to get me, to not have a vehicle or something. I don't know. I don't know what they would do it for. But wouldn't you think that would be a question to say, well, who would report this stolen? Is it on the thing, the last name or something, so I can at least find out who did it? I mean, that's what I would ask.
Do you let me talk? If you're the owner, we'll take it out of the system and we'll have you on your way. But that's why we're confirming that you're the owner.
What else do you need?
To run you in the system to make sure this car is registered to
Get the
you.
fuck out
All
of
right?
here. Give me my fucking registration and my insurance now.
Ma'am, stay.
Give me
Ma'am.
my registration and insurance.
Relax.
Give me my registration and insurance.
Can we?
That's not how any of that works. God, what a nasty person. If you'll notice, the dude's sitting in the driver's side right here, running her in the computer. All she has to do is just chill for a minute, him run it, make sure the car is not really stolen, and be like, here, have a nice day. And she has a kid. You heard her walking around yelling, my daughter's only 6 years old, and you're pulling me over? By the way, kids make you immune to traffic stops.
You're not going to give it to
Listen,
me?
ma'am.
You're not going to give it to me?
Ma'am.
You're not going to give it to me?
Ma'am.
Your radio is terrible.
Can you please come over here?
Sure.
Just let them do what they gotta do, and then you'll be on your way.
Give me my shit.
What's your name?
Tired of you cops. Tired of you cocksuckers. I hope y'all all go to hell.
Damn.
So imagine you get this job where you don't make money at all, and all you want to do is help people. And then the people you run across talk to you like this. I feel so bad for cops these days, especially with the social climate and everything going on right now, where everyone already hates you because some guy in some city you don't even know did some fucked up shit. And there are 700,000 police officers in the United States who come across several hundred people a day, but you hear about one incident a week, which the chances of shit like that actually happening, which someone is wrong, is astronomically high. Like between a police officer doing something wrong and someone, and then you have this. This might be the worst Karen I've ever seen, man. I probably would have already put her in handcuffs and put her in the back of the car, at least detained her for like disorderly conduct or something.
I said I love Jesus, so that's not happening.
The fuck? I bet it will.
She said, I hope you all go to hell. And he said, I love Jesus, so that's not happening. Imagine pulling someone over.
This is sad because you guys have, he's already said that she's got a 6-year-old in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is the mother running around talking like this to these cops with her 6-year-old in there. So what is that telling her daughter or son that's 6 years old? That's how you talk to police officers. That's what I'm talking about. That's the breakdown of society when we have no respect for anyone. We don't even respect authority. Okay. Because she's been given a trophy every time she's turned around for doing nothing, rewarded for doing nothing and being a bitch. So she thinks she can do it to anyone and without repercussion. When you let people just walk all over you and you never stand up for yourself or the city or whoever, and you just let people like that treat you that way. Just like you said, it's first time she did that, I would have said either be quiet and let us run this stuff and go sit down or sit back in the car, or I'm going to put handcuffs on you and put you in the back of a police car. That's exactly what they should have done to stop all this shit. Because now look how many cops are there for this tiny thing that could have been done in 5 minutes or 10 maybe if she would have shut up and let them do their job. That's what's so pathetic about this. That's our society. How do you fix this shit?
Because it's a stolen car, and them jumping out and screaming at you for 4 minutes straight and then telling you, I hope you go to hell. It's terrible, but I can't stop watching now. We still got 8 minutes of this left. We have already invested too much into this, and I'm not going to quit now.
I love Jesus, so that's not happening.
The fuck? I bet it will. Soon enough, it's already written. Bible.
I do read the Bible. It's already written. Don't even bother. Don't even bother.
It's already fucking written.
Don't even
Let's
bother.
talk about it.
Oh, so she's a Calvinist.
Yes, I'm all of that. Whatever you want to be. Militant too.
Okay.
8867, 8867.
Jesus, I don't got
I don't
issues
give a
with
fuck if I can get my registration.
I don't have your registration.
So get it from your president.
Her car's in the system is stolen.
I don't care. You see it's me. You see I'm the owner. What are we doing? What
We
are
have
we
to run
doing?
it. We have to run it. We have to do a phone call.
What are you doing? No, I don't want to talk
Okay, then stand here. Stand over there.
Just leave.
No, you can't leave. You can't.
It's my car. I can absolutely.
Ma'am. Like, do you have the keys? Ma'am, get out of the car. What are you doing? Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there.
Oh, the boyfriend is just as bad.
Oh,
Okay,
my
I
God.
see now. For what? You're being detained because
So now the boyfriend steps in. He lets her do her ranting and shit and tell her to, instead of saying, just sit down and be quiet and let them do their job and we'll be out of here. Now, because they're trying to stop her from leaving because he wants her out of the picture, basically, now he intervenes. Wow, what a man. Man, he's a real man.
it comes up as a stolen car. That's why.
Over there. I'm not going to tell you again. Stay over there. Out of there.
This is what
He's doing that in front of her child. That's pathetic.
Do you know what was probably about to happen? I don't know if you noticed, but the cop that was running the registration had just stepped out of his car, which means they had probably ran the registration and it came back clear. And he was probably walking around his car to tell her, hey, it was a mistake. It was reported as stolen before, but no one ever told us that you had got it back. Everything's okay. But suddenly she became possessed.
Give a fuck. Put it in park. It's my car.
What are you doing?
It's my car.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
And it's not stolen.
Get out of the car.
You were going to get turned away.
I'm not telling you. Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there.
Hey.
Oh my God. So happy.
Yo, what's old crackhead right here doing, reaching into his belt? Anybody noticing that? Anybody see an old dude right here, right there, while the boyfriend's screaming and wanting to fight you? What a shitty situation. What a shitty situation. I know they should just 40 Miker right in the pooter. We know it works.
Get back.
Yo, y'all need to watch old dude over here. I don't know what he's doing. He done drank all the blue top vodka in the city and he's looking for a fight. We got P. Dookie Salmon over here. Wow, you're thinking of my jokes before I could think of them.
I'm not going to tell you this. Stay right there. Step out.
Leave my sister alone. Yeah, it's gonna leave me alone.
Stay back. Stay back. Step out.
They're not even putting hands on her. So I want you guys to understand how patient these officers are being right now. That they're all getting pulled around while she's driving back and forth in the vehicle, and they haven't even jerked her ass out and tased her yet. They're being super patient, as they have been this entire time.
Leave my sister alone. Leave me alone. Leave her. Baby, put the car in park,
Put
baby.
the car in park.
Put the car in park, baby. Put it in park.
You guys back up. Get behind the curb. I'm not telling you this. Get back.
Leave me alone.
Back up.
Okay, now the boyfriend's trying to get her.
Sit down, baby. Calm down.
What are you doing? Get back.
Let's go. My car. Leave me alone. I have my daughter here. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you have your daughter there, but you're the one causing all the goddamn trouble. Lord have mercy. You're the one scarring that poor kid, not the police.
Like him. Don't tell me to step back. We here. We here for our sister.
No, that's fine. We're trying to listen. We're trying to run the protocol.
Oh, here we go. We're getting physical. She tried to dive back into the car. They let her do it 3 or 4 times now. Not letting her do it again.
Back up. Back up. Get behind the car. Get.
This dude won't take his hand out of his fucking pockets, and he keeps reaching for his left waist with his right hand. This guy's making me more nervous than anyone else around here, because you know this guy is just peacocking right now. He's puffing up and acting like he's going to do something, but he's not going to do shit. This guy is the one I'd worry about right here. But the shit's popping off, and they're not looking at hardly anything over here. They're trying to pay attention to the woman who might run them over. Also, look at this guy right here.
Behind the curb. Back up. Back up, ma'am. Ma'am, stay back. Stay back. Stay back, please. Please stay back. We got. Listen. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back.
It's funny how they all can afford $900 phones.
Get behind.
No. You can afford them to have $900 phones.
Get back. Relax. Relax. Get back. No, that's how you get back. Get back. Look what they doing out here. She's not listening. Get back.
So I'm not listening. What the fuck?
Stay back.
What the fuck they gonna do?
I'm thankful that they have those cameras on them like that, because That would be the only thing it's going to prove in court what happened and who caused all the problems. See what I mean? Thank God for these. And I think every single police officer should have to wear it to protect themselves because of people. They intervene. These people are walking over there, taking video and stuff. They don't even know what's going on. They just hear her screaming and yelling instead of standing there paying attention and trying to see what's going on before they intervene themselves and put other people at risk. I just don't understand that shit. They have no respect for authority at all.
You hear that guy? Fuck the police. Y'all just pigs. How easily could this have gone down if she would have just chilled for 5 minutes? It's a stolen car. If it's your fucking stolen car, you want people to investigate it. They were investigating a stolen vehicle, so just chill. God, they were so patient with her. But this is what people say is police brutality right here. Yeah, did they have to wrestle her out of the car and probably put her in handcuffs? But you see what they did before they even got to that point.
She made her decision. Stay back. I'm not. Oh my God. I'm not worried about it. I'm not. Stay over there. Stay over there. All right.
I've talked to a lot of my police officer friends the past couple months. Anytime they arrest anyone, standing, sitting, laying down, they start screaming, "I can't breathe."
Back up. 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 Back up.
Yo, you don't need that many.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
Bro, you don't need that many cops for her, this guy says. Have you ever been a police officer dealing with someone who does not want to be arrested? They are there to protect her, to keep her from fucking hurting herself at this point. This guy's a cop, though. Use of force expert, probably. He should probably carry his use of force expert certification around so he can show the cops and tell them how to do their job. Actually, you know what? Let's call some professional athletes and ask them how they should detain her.
Why is it not a female officer?
Guys, back up. Listen. You gotta try to calm her down. Relax.
She can breathe.
She can't breathe, man. They need to help her. She gets trust me. They're doing what they gotta do. Step back.
Okay, I'm gonna record it.
That's fine. Record all you got once, but stay.
She'd rather be surrounded by people. That's the scary part.
We good. I'm an officer too, bro. It's not right. It's not right. It's not needed for all this extra stuff. I'm an officer too. This is not needed for all this. We need to just calm down. Why is there no female cop out here? Why is there not a female cop out here? Why is there not a female cop out here?
All of these men and others.
Step back.
Just relax.
Just step back.
I'm calling bullshit, dude. I'm calling bullshit on that. No one's hurting her. No one's on top of her. They cuffed her.
Just relax. Anyone else? Relax.
Why is there not a female officer out here when you're arresting a female? Well, either none were available, and you would normally only call a female officer out, not because there's a female you're trying to arrest. You call a female officer out so that they can search a female and the males don't get in trouble for it. That's usually the only time you call a female officer out. So they can get up under the titties, basically. Don't be scared of titties. You don't call a female officer out just because you're arresting a female. So no, he's not an officer. He doesn't know shit about policing, and he needs to fuck right off. Here, I can go back. I can go into this a little bit further with this guy. He's got a beard, right? Majority of police departments don't allow beards unless you're on some kind of fucking jump out team, narc component, gang unit, some shit like that, which means you've been a police officer for a couple years and you know your shit. Which just further shows that he's full of shit.
I mean, now she got to see already in the restraints. She got to calm down.
I'm ready to make it my way.
You know what? After all this is over, if I was that officer, I would question him about saying he's a police officer. Oh, that's a charge too, impersonating a police officer.
31 and 12, if you guys can make your way to 911 on the 6375. White female blonde hair, wearing a white shirt and jeans. Black male wearing a gray sweater and jeans. The building refusing to leave.
Oh no, she's doing the limp body thing. I would say this is how my kid acted when they were younger, but John never acted this bad, ever, his entire life, and he's 11.
CJ, the supervisor, 1040.
Get off of me! Get off of me! Stop! Get off of me! Here, I'll go the other way.
Oh my God, this is fucking
Did you hear what the cop just said? Did y'all catch that?
Oh my God, this is fucking ridiculous. Right now, they don't need to.
He just whispered under his breath, "Oh my God, this is fucking ridiculous, man."
Oh my God, this is fucking ridiculous. Right now, they don't need to.
Yo, what?
Now they're going to have to call somebody for the kid all because she got arrested. See, that's even more money that's being poured out. Look how many cops they've already had to bring out here. And then they wonder why there's some areas that cops don't want to go to because they get harassed for doing their job. And if her car was stolen and they were trying to get this from a real person that sold the car, right? Isn't that what you put it in the police report for in the first place? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand.
This old boy right here. He keeps putting his right hand towards his left side. This dude's driving me crazy.
Are you a relative? I thought you said you were his sister.
That is my sister.
So the little girl's in the car.
And that's your brothers? That's my sister.
There's a little girl in the car.
That's not my name.
Well, did you saying that's your sister?
That's hilarious. Did you guys catch that one? You said she was your sister. She is my sister. Well, there are little girls in the car. She said, "That's not my problem."
There's a little girl in the car.
That's not my name.
Well, did you saying that's your sister? So I would suggest go over there. Fuck, man. A whole kid in the car.
Whole ass kid in that car, though.
Let me talk to him first. Supervisor! I can't breathe! She's saying she can't breathe. I can't believe y'all doing this. She's saying she can't breathe. Are y'all serious right now? Are you serious?
Stay back, stay back, stay back, stay back.
He's still reaching. Look, look, look. This guy. Oh, there we go. She's asking badge numbers now too. There we go.
There we go.
You want your badge? What's your badge?
This guy.
What's your name, sir?
The ones that doing it, we want their
Yeah, we want them names and badge numbers. Y'all got a problem.
Has he been trying to pull out his flip phone for the past 11 minutes and he finally just got it out? Is that what we were worrying about?
Stay back! Stay back! Stay back! Stay back! Back up! Get on the curb! Get on the curb! Get on the curb!
Y'all about to break her foot! Y'all supposed to find the door! I don't care!
Stay back! Stay back! Get on the curb! Boss, get on the curb!
Y'all close our fucking fucking door!
I'm not gonna tell you one more time. Stay on the curb.
What you mean? I got it on tape. What you talking about? I don't care. I'm not gonna stop yelling that.
Seven.
None of that. Y'all gonna hear me today. Put that shit down. Fuck out of here.
Car coming up. The crowd on the west side. Pull right up.
Y'all hurting her. Put her in the ambulance. Put her in the ambulance. So stop them. Put her in the ambulance.
Call the ambulance, man. Call the ambulance. Ambulance.
This guy.
Ambulance.
Come on, man. It's a boyfriend right here. Did you notice he only acts up when his boy right here is around him? He's only throwing a fit when this dude's around holding him back or watching him. You guys remember how this started off? I think it just took us 45 minutes to watch a 13-minute video because we had to take breaks to not like go crazy.
That's terrible. All of that's terrible. The fact that it was like 7 police cars there at the end, all for something that could have been done in 10 minutes.
I love this. This is our urban society today, urban decay. You want answers? Just Exhibit A.
It's just sad. And the fact that I guess they would say, well, who should we call for your your kid? Because we have to have your car towed and all this bullshit. And she's going to be screaming for another hour or two. So they'll have to bring a social worker in to come and get the kid, find out who the parents are and where the dad's at, not the boyfriend to leave the kid with. So, it's pathetic. All of that's pathetic. But yeah, it's scary because that's where we are basically. But we've been going at it for 3 hours. So is there anything you want to say, Ruben, to everybody about what's going on your channel before we shut down?
Well, on my channel, it's dead. Not right now, not dead. I just haven't made a video yet, except for these videos. Every week, catch me here. I've been really busy. I do want to give an update because there's lots still going on. My brother still has problems with brain tumor issues. My nephew's still sick. I'm still dealing with issues. I have people here who've been in the hospital. I was in the hospital, so it's a lot of stuff going on.
Man.
Yeah. So a lot going on. But the big thing here is, feeling better about what I need to do next. And again, inspired by Charlie to do things. And I was already doing them. I was already making the book. So basically this put a fire under me that we have to do this and it has to be directed. So again, I was going to do a satire on this book, and then live in here, it went from a satire to a farce to a children's book and then a children's trilogy. And I'm already working on getting, stuff done. So again, create. We're here every Friday because we enjoy the company here, the things we talk about. We enjoy what we're trying to accomplish here, just having a good old time. And again, we entertain ourselves. That's how it used to be. It used to be you would go outside, have a family, sit down by the fire, talk, and we're doing it now. We're doing it in a different way. But again, let's start doing things in a different way, and it will improve our lives. We started off this with me starting off with the idea that those furries, let's say trans Mexican, non-English speaking furries were trying to say I should die, and saying sexual things that I do. Your words mean nothing, my friends. To affect me, I have a shield because it's words. But my words have impact because you have nothing to stand on.
Can you do voices, Ruben?
I do everything. I sing, I dance, I do.
I need you to do a Sean Connery style voice, but it's really vain. Your criticisms mean nothing to me.
Criticisms mean nothing to me. Your criticism mean nothing to me. Same thing. I gotta work on it. But I do know what you mean. I gotta watch The Rock again. That's what I gotta watch. I gotta watch The Rock. That's the embodiment of the guy that you've got to be. And that's the thing. Sean, no. We have to look. They don't want. They're not putting men in this. They cucked Superman in the Superman movie. Come on. So again, let's look at each other, and don't forget the women, because here's the one thing I say here: women are not weak because they are fragile. Women are weak because they are the cradle of civilization. Women are the distillation of all humanity. You take away all the filth, the grime, the sweat that a man has. You have the pristine beauty that a woman beholds. Yes, that's right. I wrote that poem when I was 15. I know it, and I take upon it. Because I think that's the thing. Every thought you have, you can extrapolate and take to great heights. Do it every day, okay? And now all of you are saying, "Who the hell is Ruben?" You have no idea who I am. I'm going to create multiple. No, I already have a new operating system. I'm going to create a portable device that you can do stuff with. You'll be able to do the following with the device. You'll be able to go to your car and talk to it. Because again, you put the module in and find out what's wrong, and it gives you some codes. This will talk to the codes and the base firmware and make it happen. It's easy to do. Yeah, it's all easy. Imagine I remember I was the kid that when I was like 5, I was taking apart televisions, putting them apart together. I learned how to read and speak before I could walk. I walked when I was 13. I started speaking earlier than that. So I'm a weird person. You have no idea who I am, I guess. Anyway, we're having fun. I'm having fun. I think things are turning around. You can tell. You both can tell already. There's a big difference. But whatever. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Janet. Thank you very much, Bruce.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me today.
I'm really happy.
And who lost the bet? Because I made it through the whole show.
I was really
proud of it. No, seriously, I was about to fall asleep, but when I sat down here and then I saw Randy Weingarten's book tour coming out. I
Yeah.
went, no. So then I was basically my whole, it was righteous anger. And then I said, and it turned into a child's book. It's weird. But again, I'm gonna say thank you, Randy, for your fascist book, because I'm gonna have a child dismantle. I'm having a child dismantle your thing. A little girl is gonna break down your systems of bureaucracy. Beautiful.
Well, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me every Friday. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm happy you're getting better.
Yeah, and Bruce, do you want to talk about what our plans are this weekend?
I believe tomorrow is our D100 game, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, we're going to watch the 1988 classic movie, The Lost Boys, and do a commentary on that after about 2:30.
Yeah. And if anybody in the chat would like to watch the movie with us, send Bruce or I a DM and let us know, and we're going to watch it. And we usually start around 12:30, right?
12:30
Central Time. So if you want to watch The Lost Boys with a bunch of us, and then we talk a little bit about it afterward, and then we'll go live. Bruce and I go live and talk about the movie to do our review. So we like to invite people to come if they want. It's fun. We enjoy it. I look forward to it every week. And it's going to be a fun movie because I love this movie. It's one of the movies I picked for us to review. So if you guys want to watch it with us, let us know. And hopefully you'll tune in tomorrow and just say hi or whatever, because we're going to be playing our game and Bruce will be running it. So thank you guys. And thank you, Bruce.
But before we cut off, you did a really cute show last night. And it was usually your Thursdays are not really spent doing politics. You had our friend Doc Flamingo on. How did you enjoy talking to him about his game system?
I loved it. I thought it was great. And I think all people like Ruben, and look at me, I'm surrounding myself with all you creative people that can write, come and use your imagination, and some of you can draw and paint and do all kinds of cool stuff. And I crochet and I like to sew. I make costumes.
You know what's weird?
And stuff. It's just weird.
When I'm in the zone writing, I can't hear a damn thing. I can't hear you talking, and then I had to wait. You're still talking? I can't hear you. It's so weird. It's like my brain goes.
Well, it's because you zone out, and that's the thing, and that's good. I do the same thing sometimes when I'm working on.
But I haven't done it in a very long time because I've been distracted. Now, basically, the joy of doing what I want to do, whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it, is happy now. So I'm done.
Yeah, I think it's great. I like it. I'm loving what I'm seeing because I like seeing you happy. So, but I want to say thank you to the chat for hanging out with us on X, Rumble, and YouTube. And we really appreciate it. And I hope that we entertained you a little bit, maybe informed you on something you didn't know about yet. And I appreciate it. You need to go out and keep looking things up, finding out the facts as most as you can, and sharing it with other people that may not have the information. So that's how we can help our country, is by fighting the lies, and trying to show people that's not true. That's a lie. And here's the truth, and share something factual with them. So if we can do that, then we're going to become winners, all of us together. So I just want to thank you again, and you guys have a wonderful weekend. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow or Sunday. Bye, guys.
You wear nice clothes, people think you're showing off. If you wear simple clothes, people think you're poor. If you speak your mind, you're rude. If you stay quiet, then you're a coward. If you're successful, then you're arrogant. And if you're struggling, then you're lazy. You see, no matter what you do in life, people will always have something to say. So ignore people and their opinions. Because so long as your God is pleased with you, who cares what people think?
He knows that this is much bigger than him. This is about the American people. They have no idea what they have unleashed. He was ready to go face the cameras and come out swinging.
What will future Americans say we did in our brief time here on Earth? It will be defined by your vision, your perseverance, and your grit. Nothing will sway us, nothing will slow us, and no one will ever stop us. We are Americans. Ambition is our heritage. Greatness is our birthright. And the future belongs to us.